I still think of you. Those days are gone. I wonder if you still think of me too. I still think of you. Stuck on me like an old tattoo. I still think of you. Those days are gone. I wonder if you still think of me too. I still think of you.
Way too many faces in the crowd, but I think that I see you. One too many days got me changing up the way that I need you. Now we're both at a bar, acting like it's not hard, trying to feel something different. Talk to somebody new, kinda wish it was you, kinda numb to the feeling. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Not that you're.
Hello, and welcome to the Valorant Draft Circuit. My name is Chill the Rose. Joining me is Potato Aim, and tonight we are here to cast the best of 5 finals for Advanced. Potato, you played in this tier. You're very familiar with this tier. Your tier, I guess, both would be true. Are you looking forward to this matchup, and what are you expecting from it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering when TT plays Sag. That's my team. But I am excited to see this matchup. Two very well-deserved teams. Bit of an underdog situation going in from KC, and then also the domineering presence that OS has. I think they've been the top 1 to 3 seeds the entire season, and then they've really crushed it in the semifinals game, and they've earned their spot in finals. So I'm excited to see how this matchup goes today.
I am as well. We are going to check with the players to make sure they're getting ready, and then we'll be getting into map 1. Now, the map ban, best of 5, of course, so we already knew what 5 maps would be on the docket after the first 2 bans. But I can go ahead and find this because I have got 11 channels open. We're going to go ahead and get into game. Sorry, I'm juggling 5 things. I'm also doing production. It's always a fun time. As we get into this agent select on the first map of Breeze, which was the Prophetic Paninis of the Omnipotent Sandwiches. Spence, please rename your franchise in every T-minute. Who picked Breeze after? So the map order was a ban on Icebox from OS, KC picked or banned Bind, and then it's Breeze from OS, Ascent from KC, Fracture from OS, Haven from KC, and if we go all the way to 5, the decider will be Pearl. So interesting map pool. We dodged Icebox. We didn't dodge Ascent, the VDC Classic. And we've got these agents starting to be picked and hovered here. And it is just now time for me. It's 2 minutes in the past, so it's time for me to ping the entire server that the stream has started.
Yeah, and as we get in, it looks like KC is already hovering an actual comp that they're going to go with. Monty, I know, plays a lot of Fade. Looks like they're going to go with the double Initiator, double Info Gatherer, actually, with Sova, the all-ever-present Viper, the Jet, and the Chamber. It's a pretty standard comp here, with the exception of Fade. We'll see how that matches up with, I believe they're going to go with KO on the side of Omnipotent Sandwiches. And it looks like it's going to be pretty standard. The only difference here is KO versus Fade. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and for anybody curious, I don't think he would have seen much use here, but Harbor is not being allowed throughout the entirety of VDC playoffs, so that includes this advanced finals, so that Harbor hover was purely a troll, and if that was locked in, we would have a problem. Let's load into this map. We do see, also, like you said, the mirror comps practically, so I'm interested to see how these play out.
We do have a poll going for who's going to win this first map. Go ahead and vote. And then, it looks like we've raised 75,000 for the Mecha Bob Ross painting stream, so that's pretty awesome. Let's go.
Exciting. Maybe we'll get around to that one when we get around to the admin player show match that we need to schedule.
Cough, cough. When?
Probably when the season ends. Waiting to get rolled by 5 premier players.
Anyway, as we get into the match, Chill, do you want to talk a little bit about how you think this first rounds might play out?
Looks like they want to go for an A split. We'll see if they stick with this. They got the Viper, KO, and the Jet all lined up to hit through mid. This is a good play, a good split. We'll see if they can unseat the Chamber in A main. That looks like the biggest obstacle right now to making this work, but they've already got up mid, so they're going to start pushing forward here.
Yeah, that KO knife is going to check to see if there's anybody close. Definitely get a little bit of info that Joker is there. Cash gets the first pick of the series onto Joker, but Thunderous, yes, that is Thunderous, trades out Cash.
Thunderous hit me with the I changed my username DM. You can just call me Thunderous for the match like 30 minutes ago. So the spike does go down here, and this prediction from Monty, captain on captain violence.
How did he know that? Check his PC.
A good read, incredible. And now Tavasi is trying to lurk up too, but this pinch is just going to be loud, and with the door opening, they've got time on their side.
Bomb's already planted. Ro peeks out, gets a little bit of info. Monty is going to get traded out with that crossfire golden. Ro gets traded out. Now it's all up to Cap, and just swiftly gets taken down by Tavasi. So, looks like that was the first round on the board for OS.
solid first round from them. They got the spike down. They had decent mid control. They even lost it, but still time was in their favor. A little bit of a split on the retake. I'm not a huge fan of sending the Viper back A main that late in the round, because I think the Viper wall deeper from mid is a little better for A site, but it worked out for them all the same. They'll take the pistol and they'll look to go up 2-0 off the back of this nice little second round bye that they've got going against mostly the pistols, and Spence just wants to get in someone's face. Careful start for OS. They are definitely not looking to give anything away here.
It looks like it's going to be a B take, but Rebuke with the lurk. Golden does trade him out, and Tavasi picks off Monty as well.
So this B-site's
situation.
Yeah, this B-site's wide open. Cap could try to make a play. They even tap the spike. They're very aware that someone might try something. It's all classics here on the retake. This should pretty much be done unless that headhunter does some serious work on the backside of this round.
Pretty good dart catching Tavasi. Oh, Cash. Ooh, unfortunately gets taken down with the headshot from Thunderous. And now it's up to Thunderous and Cash.
Got no utility to get through this Viper wall. They've got no health on the one player with a gun of any kind. This should be still wrapped up. We'll see if they probably just go for damage unless they find a miracle here.
Yeah, all OS really has to do here is not really peek. Try and save those guns. Tavasi takes out the one who is super low, and Ro finishes it off. Or Buggy finishes it off. Y'all need to stop changing your names. Solid second round for Omnipotent Sandwiches.
Yeah, they keep 3 alive. They could probably shift over the Spectre off Tavasi to someone else if he wanted to stick with the Headhunter rounds, and that looks like exactly what they're going to do. Give it to Spence. I think one person purchased back in. I think Cash bought the Marshall. Otherwise, weaker guns, of course, weaker weapons against the Vandals. However, Thunderous has not bought anything. Thunderous is, didn't buy anything. Okay, relying on the Headhunter, no armor, I guess, in this round. I'm not sure what that's about.
Likely saving for an operator, is my guess.
That's definitely a good thought. However, if Monty, who's playing very alone here, goes down, that's a Vandal recovered, and that makes things very scary.
Oh, but there must have been some miscomm there. They needed to push in with them, and Spence gets taken down as well. And finally, Ro takes down Monty, giving them a gun. But it's now a 4v3. Numbers are in in KC's advantage.
However, there's the Vandal chipping in. Oh, there's the Vandal chipping in.
Oh my god! Tavasi also got another one. And now it's all up to Cap. Last Vandal alive from KC. So we'll see what he can get from this.
Standing ahead.
Pings 2, but is unaware of where the third one is. And Ro with a 4K decisively puts a third round on the board for OS. And unfortunately, that means that Cold Brew has lost their buy round. So now they're going to be on a save this round.
That was just, like I said, the rifle got handed over, Ro popped off with it for 4, and that was what it took to take the round away. Not having the 5th rifle ended up punishing them pretty badly. And that's a dropped round that they really felt like they probably should have won.
I think Monty should have probably backed off there once he realized that he was going to get pushed hard. I mean, that Prowler hurt a lot of people, or caught a lot of people. Probably should have backed off there to save that rifle from getting into the hands of OS. Couple of duels going down in mid. Rebute is 6 HP, fighting for his life, and meets Cash. Ro also takes down Joker. Now it's a 3v5. Guns in a disadvantage, although it looks like Thunderous is able to find one with the Headhunter.
Gotta do better than that, though, in this round. It can't. It's gonna go down Cap with the only real threat, I believe, left in the round. I don't think they have much on the rotate in from Monty. Oh, that's a stinger. Well, it was a stinger. Now it's definitely all on the Cap. Gotta find some body shots. Alive
4 rounds in a row now, unfortunately.
Okay, so
It's a
now, after the mistake in not buying fully, the economic decision in leaving Monty kind of on an island in that third round, we'll have to see if this operator from Thunderous is really going to have an impact. This thing needs to get kills, and I think they need to keep it for several rounds here to have made that decision. I mean, clearly just make that decision worth it and try to pay it back a little bit, but also just for that play to have even been smart at all, because they are down 4-0. They've got to get some rounds here. They've got them posted up on top, back B site, waiting to see if anybody peeks main. They're going through elbow. This would be smart if they stick this way. We'll also see if a drone comes out to clear main.
Like Joker catches 2 from elbow, and Rabu puts his wall up to deny sightline from there. It's an interesting wall. Don't think I've ever seen that one from a defense side of. And as a Viper main, kind of interested to see how much utility that you can actually get from that.
Where did Cap? Was Tavasi on top of the wall? Because I think Cap found that from right here, from right next to where Cash is now, all the way across mid.
I think he hopped up there. Looks like it's going to be towards an A split, and however, Cold Brew has rotated to kind of get a little bit of information with Joker pushing up halls to get some of that. We might actually have a timing there. Cash is able to take one down Monty.
There's a lurk on a lurk here. They've got a flanker on the defense, and it's going to have to pay off because Spence has found one of the rotators, and Cash is getting very aggressive. This jet lurk from Joker gets one. Viper's Pit, though, this is so hard.
I have to find the other. Ooh, Spence has lurked all the way up, but has been caught by that trademark.
Oh, they found the Viper.
It's all up to Spence.
There's nothing he can do. It's not planted for him, and he's so far away. They don't know he's here, but they can just stick the spike, and nobody can do anything about that, or he can't do anything about it.
You know what? Look, Thunder is in the right spot, and as Spence tries to aim, I don't think he realized that in opposite. I think that might be the first time that shot has gone off. Now they know, though. They're gonna have to be wary of that. Cold Brew finally puts 1 round on the board for themselves.
They found the gap in the default. With the player missing, with the player taken down early by Cap, they were able to find that gap in the default. They snuck Joker up too. He made a big play on the flank, was able to shut down the hold on the post plant. They were able to win that 3v3 cleanly, 3 alive, including the operator. Looks like he wants to get aggressive with it here too, or at least post up close. Be big.
Looks like it's going to be another split. Ooh.
Can't teleport out though. No trade available.
Takes that out. And now he's going to be pinged off of this angle that he has. And is promptly headshot by Golden Luigi. Takes down another one, and now it's just 2v5 in quick succession. Now it's up to Monty and Cap. Monty finds Golden. Cash finds.
I was about to say did have the Nightfall, but I think at this point Cap's best play is to save. They've got this lurk with Spence through mid that found a pick, and the 2 picks on site obviously were huge. That was the KO. The KO just paid off so much there. Face checked with it, sure, but the Chamber couldn't really get away, and they were just able to finally run him over. And with that, take the site.
Cash
Cap?
to run right into
Cap!
See the little wiggles.
Oh no!
Cap's in a lot of trouble here. Getting pushed from both sides. Oh, but Spence just doesn't push.
The Cap's just gonna live. I mean, that's an awkward angle to try to work around because it's so diagonal like that. It's such a big reflex angle. Pardon my geometry. We're gonna see defensive timeout coming in early here, and I think this is an important call. Yeah, I like early timeouts. I like settling in. Obviously, they've lost 2 gun rounds now. The pistol, even if you don't count the pistol, it's 3-1, and part of that was the mistake of the 1 round, and they've got to really recollect themselves. They've got to find a way to get some rounds on this defense. Yeah, Breeze might be one of the more attacker-sided maps we have, but you probably don't want to get it running away from you too fast, unless we're going to play the contender finals, in which everybody couldn't play defense.
I felt really bad for you as the caster for that one. I don't think I would have wanted to cast that one. It
was so entertaining. It was also just absolute
back and forth chaos. Y'all had an update in the middle of it, then an emergency. So it was just a mess.
The update mid-series was what really right after the chaotic map 3 was what really I think it was Cryo and I on the cast, and I think we were both just dying all of map 3, and then we had to wait so long on map 4 for the game update, and we were both just absolutely dying. Like, please, please, please get us out? Question mark?
Well, when you cast the advanced grand finals, which I then not had to, but watched several times over, I definitely saw your mental faculties decline multiple times as the game went on.
Like that contender map 3, the attack-sided judge out of Univev for the entire second half, the 9-3 comebacks. Anyway, we got the Tour de Force out, so they still have the operator online in this defensive round. Gonna try to dodge out the drone. I think he already took a shot with the Tour de Force, though. They should know that it's up here somewhere, and they're actually gonna... Oh, they actually broke the teleport anchor, the rendezvous anchor. That Nightfall's not gonna connect on anyone. I think it's a little too slow. It doesn't.
Yeah, they were able to run very far away from that Nightfall, and Monty is just kind of util dumping. I believe all he has left is maybe his Prowlers.
Cash is trying to just walk on A. I don't know if he's gonna do it, but he could. Cap's the only one watching it on a way deep angle.
Oh, he turned away. Yeah, he's got to watch 2 different Eagles right now. He could get walked up on at any time.
They are sitting out both Prowlers. They didn't catch anything. They were a little too far away. Thunderous is here. Thunderous has to make a pretty big play along with Cap. They've got to shut down this push because it's coming in right now, and this first shot's important.
They're going to entry onto site without the Viper wall up. Oh, because they put it on B, I see.
Oh no! Thunderous can't find
gosh.
it! But they're actually just getting the picks anyway, and now they're rotating back in. Now it's 2v4.
And now it's all up to Tavasi with an operator. I think the call here is either to save that or throw it away, not to give it to the defensive side here. Ponty's gonna over-aggress, and it pays off. And Monty's gonna retrieve that operator. Second round on the board for Cold Brew. Prophetic Paninis had a really good momentum going in, and now it seems like they've lost a little bit of it after that timeout. See how it goes for the rest of this half.
I am really shocked that that round win as convincingly to KC as it did to Cold Brew. I really thought Thunderous had to find something there, but I guess the rest of the team came in just in time and found the Prophetic Paninis unawares and unready for the retake to come as fast as it did. So they shut that round down. They, I believe, picked the op back up. They're looking pretty good here after coming in after the timeout. So could be building some momentum into this second half of the first half.
Yeah, it looks like they're leaning towards A here, but Golden Luigi is with the bomb over close to B, holding for any sort of pushes towards B. Oh, it looks like Prophetic Paninis are backing off and going to B instead. Perhaps
the
reading that it's
late. They've got Cash so deep, and now they know Cash is so deep, but Cash can hear all the footsteps running back and forth and probably is trying to feed that information to the team. And he's actually drawing so much attention. Reboot has to try to make something insane happen or just play off site now. There's 4 players here. Just the one player to contest it. Can't do it.
Spence takes him down. I think it probably would have been better for him to just back off and wait for a retake here. That Viper's Pit's gonna go down. Cash is lurking. Thunderous hits.
Cash should be dead. He should be dead.
Cash should be dead, but Tavasi finds Monty as well. Joker's on an island, and Cap is fighting with Cash in mid, and Cash wins that duel. Joker finds Tavasi, but Spence trades that out. Another round on the board for Prophetic Paninis.
Oh my goodness.
Stopping that momentum.
The lurk from Cash, obviously huge there. Just drawing. He drew 4 players worth of attention to Tube just by tapping getting the tripwire to just trigger on him for a split second and drawing everyone's attention. And then Rebook, I think that's how you pronounced it, got too aggressive trying to hold the site there. Probably, like you said, should have backed off. And Cap couldn't find Cash's back. A bit of a waterfall of unfortunate events there. And they're forced down to a save here. They do have a Viper's Pit set up on B, so it's going to be all out on this A defense, it looks like.
Looks like it's going to be a really fast take into A here, and Cash is just gonna go for it.
Oh!
Cap unawares, but Spence is the one who takes that kill. Oh, and catches Joker as well.
A couple of low
Cash
health
is just
players
hungry
here.
for that. Handing Thunderous a gun if he
no.
wants to get it, but it doesn't matter. Golden Luigi takes that last kill.
That was so wild. A couple of players immediately took a ton of damage. Spence updrafted and immediately took a headshot from a Phantom, but that's why you use the Vandal on this map. LOL. But a nice quick execute against the weaker weapons there worked out for them just fine. They were able to cover the flanker as well, who admittedly only had a shotgun, but
looks like
you never
it's going
know.
to be a little bit of a mixed buy as well on the side of Cold Brew. Cap is unable to afford a full rifle and it has to buy
Cap can definitely afford a full rifle.
Oh,
850
you're
is a lot. It's plenty. This is a choice coming in for this round. Cap has been using the Phantom, so maybe growing frustrated with that. But oh, that's actually that could be big because the orb goes down and completely blind. Rebook thought he was safe. Cap does find one though, but two get traded. Thunderous, this is big. Does find it now. Has to get away from the dart, but gets
Bro trades
pushed.
him out. 2v2 now. Cap is flanking, and Ro's gonna hear that and sees that. It sees him there. It's gonna be a 1v1 on both fights here. Ro's unable to help Golden.
Monty could just get the free kill here.
Ro wins that one. Now it's up to Monty and Golden.
Knows where he is.
1 HP.
The ring around the rosy might be into play.
He's just waiting. He knows. He knows. Oh, if he had waited just 2 seconds. Wait, actually, I think he got it.
No, he definitely got it. He got it by like he got it by those 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh. You know, I didn't see like the big circle closing in, so I thought he hadn't got it, and then I realized I was wrong. I was very wrong. A really good read by Golden. And now Cold Brew is in a world of hurt. Joker does have his knives ready, so it's not going to be that bad in terms of firepower. However,
I think
looks
they want
like
to
they
try
are
to
still
force
going to
up the
buy
back
up
of it.
into it.
Yeah, they definitely are trying to force up the back of it. Sort of. They're very indecisive, and they're ending up not fully doing so. This Jet needs to find some picks here. Monty might find a pick. Monty will.
You know what? The Stinger is a gun.
It is
a
one
great
of the guns of all time.
Thunder is able to find one with the only rifle actually. Looks like it's a bit of a stack onto B, but Cap is pushed all the way up into cave, so he knows. But Tavasi is able to find him.
Tavasi hits those, yeah. This is why he's not in contender anymore. Yikes. They're all bottled up in mid, though, and they've got them surrounded. The problem is if any of the players on the flanks go down, okay, that's good. Reboot takes down one. Threat of closing in the net, though. Okay.
Now it's all up to Golden. And Rebuke is able to find one with that picked up rifle. A much needed much needed round win from the side of Cold Brew here as well.
Yeah, we'll see
now
if they can...
they're going into the last round.
We'll see if they can take 4. I was getting a little nervous because when you try to like swarm around, you know, lesser numbers, sometimes you end up giving them a lot of 1v1s, and that could be really bad. But thankfully, Rebook, who I think took several of those there, won them all. So Cold Brew get away with the round. They get all the money they could need coming into this round. They're going to have the Operator and an Odin as well in Cap's hands. And it looks like this is going to be a straight A hit. We'll see where this duel in tube goes.
Cash looking up. Oh, Cash wins that duel with Joker. Cash is on fire today. Golden is able to find Cap. And that Viper's Pit is going to go down to the side of Prophetic Paninis. Monty is able to find Cash that lurk up through halls.
They are almost spamming out Golden Luigi's position just randomly, but no bullets have connected. This is incredibly difficult, even with the Prowler lurking on.
Yeah, there's
Oh, they
there's
know he's
nothing that they
close.
can really do. Oh, there's that spam is going to get a little bit of chip damage onto Thunderous. Thunderous now has to retake with an operator. Gets the information that, oh, Spence is able to find Thunderous. Monty finds the Viper's Pit, but unfortunately is out of time. He's just looking for picks to pad those stats, I guess. And now they're going into a 9-3 second half.
Well, 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 where have I seen this before? Flashback sequence. It's a week ago. This happens 3 times in a row. Nobody can play defense. It's gonna take a lot, though, from Cold Brew. I think they haven't really shown a whole lot on this map on their defensive side, and they do. Certainly, it's a bit of an offensive map, but if they can't take this pistol at a minimum, then I think we're looking at a quick closeout to the Prophetic Paninis map pick, and we're going to map 2, where we, of course, have to go to Ascent, the VDC tradition, to see if Cold Brew can wrench things back and tie the series up. But still got a chance in this one. But again, I really think they need this pistol.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in the pistol rounds. Going to be a lean towards B here, but Cold Brew's going to slow it down a little bit. Trying to see if there's any bit of aggression that they can pick off. It looks like...
There's a coordinated push out of mid doors, and they're actually going to get so much control off of it because there's nobody there to catch it.
Oh.
Okay, call that a bait. Sure. Wrap it
Wow.
up, send it in a gift box. They might get caught, though. They're trying to rotate back towards A. Nobody's seen the players in mid yet.
But...
Okay, that gets Spence.
Cap found that. Gets Spence there.
Clinical from
Joker,
Joker.
headshots. Spence. And now there's 2 members, actually all 3 members of, or 2 members, excuse me, of Prophetic Paninis are low.
And this is a wide open A site now. They're just going to be able to run there and take it and plant. It's going to be full retake here. Now, no Viper wall available for the hold, but 5v3, low health on 2 of the players. It's going to take a lot, and this looks like this could be the pistol that they need to keep things interesting. Especially with
Thunderous
Thunderous
goes
behind
back.
them.
I don't think they know. This is going to be deadly.
Ro did find a kill with the shock dart, but will then have her own head found. That's wrap.
That's wrap.
That's a wrap on the pistol. It gets them the 4th round. That, like I said, they needed that pistol to have a chance. Realistically, they also need to convert pretty much every upcoming round except the bonus, and Spence immediately wants to talk about it. His team dropped that pistol, and he's like, what happened, guys? Or, hey, we got to focus up, 9-3, all that. Everyone knows about the auspicious curse, so definitely trying to ward that off before it rears its head.
I mean, I think they're going to have to do as much as they can to make sure that Cold Brew is able to either get very little in terms of their buy up here or just to outright win that entire round. I mean, the best thing you can do right now is go for damage and hope for the fact that this round converts to the side of OS to really stay ahead on that lead.
I'd have to imagine this is definitely discussion, not necessarily about the coming round, but a discussion that will probably bleed into the coming round and be primarily for that first gun round. They don't want to do what Cold Brew did and drop that 3rd round, because that would get them right back into this game pretty quickly. So this round, they're probably going to give away. I can't imagine they'd want to force, but we'll see. It doesn't look like they're buying anything, so fully safe play. Not expecting to get much. You know, if they walk into the frenzy in Cash's hands, maybe you get 1 or 2. Pick up a gun, there's always a chance, but definitely not looking to win this round. Looking to play for the win for the map, not trying to close things out with expediency by any means.
Yeah, if Cap's Guardian gets into somebody's hands on the side of Prophetic Paninis, that could be pretty dangerous. It looks like it's going to be a quick mid-control from Prophetic Paninis. Nobody is holding B. Spence quickly.
They're ready for that. They had it covered. They are trying to get aggressive.
They sure did.
And nothing is landing.
Joker is pretty lit here and is just now one, but Thunderous is just going in and saving his teammate from getting killed. He's kind of baiting, but it's working. It's not baiting if it works.
It's called trading, Potato Aim. It's a fundamental part of tactical FPS games. That's what he's doing. Come on, don't slander him.
I didn't slander him.
Tavasi and Ro. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm really not holding my breath. I'm definitely not holding my breath. It's purely flawless, a little bit of damage done, but nothing else. They'll go into the bonus with full guns alive, and again, this was the round the timeout was for, so we'll see what they bring into it. We'll see what they can do to shut this down. OS got very aggressive with the pistols. We'll see if they want to go for something similar. They've gotten aggressive on defense both rounds, actually. They did that also on the pistol round through double doors, and it looked like it was working out for them, but they lost both the duels in the long run.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a lot of... pretty much try to get out of this with a flawless, again, to maintain that lead that they have right now. Looks like Joker's going to lurk up halls, potentially, or at least take all of this space.
Joker is
being held.
Just 1 point off the Blade Storm, which could be potentially very big. Just needs to find... He could try to go after the A main orb that was alone, or is definitely hoping and praying for a pick on a headshot here, and could get it. Spence wants to swing.
Ooh,
oh, that was the headshot. That did
damage.
So much. That was a clean headshot. Joker, though, has no way of knowing that landed, so they're not going to know that Spence is low. They've also got low health onto Cash, I believe, on the KO. Things are starting to swing. This Marshal's turning into an operator. The more damage it does, the easier it is for it to one-shot you. They don't have any healing on the team.
You know what? Prophetic Paninis aren't falling for this bait. It seems like Joker might be potentially just making a lot of noise in this default to try and pull a rotate over, but Monty also threw his Prowler on B, so they know that this is not going to be a B take or an A take. This is
30 seconds left.
They're just holding positions.
They're holding positions, but the problem is, look at how little map control they have. They have nothing in mid. They have no idea where the hit's coming. Now they know because it's here, but they couldn't rotate early. Fight's just going to go down uncontested in the long run, but they do get one in the process. Make that two. Golden Luigi fighting from the back of sight.
Ooh, Cap's able to find one. Doesn't go for the Vandal.
This play from Thunderous is going to be huge.
What a rat. And now it's going to be a reverse, potentially, of the last half.
It's still super low.
Cap is still ratting. Ro is able to find that. Now it's all up to Thunderous. Not sure where he is.
Gives away the
Now
position
he
to check the
knows.
spike. Oh, you sinister little chamber player. That was so well played. That was very rude. And there it is. Yeah, it wasn't clean, but who cares? You're all rebuying rifles anyway. That's the round. That was the big round. That was the round the timeout was for, and OS had nothing for it. I mean, they took a bunch of early chip damage, then ended up punishing them late. Spence with the super low HP goes down to the Spectre, trying to retake in the 2v2. And Thunderous with the just egregious outplay at the end there. They're even just going to bankroll knives here instead of investing money. I don't necessarily agree with the decision against a KO, but...
Yeah, it's possible that they could be saving for an attack up.
They have the Tour de Force here, and both of these players have 5k. And they've already found the first
Monty
pick, though, so...
Spence finds Joker, though, with that Marshall.
I think he also got damage onto Thunderous, who's now looking at half HP. So that Marshall's putting in work. Some of the concern... They just did this with their lighter weapons. We'll see if Prophetic Paninis can pull their own little thrifty trick.
Prophetic Paninis need to try and play this smart. Get as many rifles off of them as they can just to stop the economy from snowballing like it has. Golden is unfortunately unable to find one. Rapier caught out with utility, unfortunately, and Ro is able to take advantage of that. Monty, however, has walked all the way onto site. Now they're aware that he's on site. Tavasi is able
got
to find
Thunderous
Thunderous.
this
Now it's
time.
up to Monty and Cap versus Tavasi and Spence.
They should be able to get at least one, maybe 2 rifles coming in on the retake. It depends if they hold the other rifle in play. I don't think they grab the rifle in K, but Tavasi definitely with the rifle here. He goes down.
Monty is able to find one. Now it's up to Spence with just a Marshall.
Wants that rifle so bad, but that's going to be so hard to grab. Also going to get tagged. Can get spammed through this wall, especially with the Guardian. Oh, one tap.
Ooh.
16 HP.
And now he's just 16 HP. Monty's, they're holding the wrong parts. And Monty with the 4K to save the round for their cold brew here.
Not clean, but look at how much money they have. They don't care. Rounds are rounds right now. Rounds are rounds are rounds are rounds when you're trying to make a comeback. This is another big round. If OS can win this, they can stabilize. They could walk away. You know, with a reasonable victory, probably carry things out. Probably still favored, of course, at 10-7. But if they can't hold on to this round, we are 1 round off of a tie. Things are getting concerning. It's getting unnecessarily close. This is what happens when you drop the pistol. This is why the 9-3 curse is so spoken about, because you drop the pistol, you drop the bonus round, and things are suddenly way closer than you meant for them to ever get.
Tour de Force is going to come out for Thunderous here as he holds bottom of caves to try and push anybody off of an aggressive position on pyramids here. It's going to be a bit of a default towards A or a mid-split. Joker lurked up into halls here. Looks like Monty and Rebuke have snuck up into
There is a trip
double
right
doors.
here to their left. Oh, and they see Roe. We'll go
Ooh,
down.
But Roe sees them.
No trade either.
Both. Roe has a little bit of chip damage, but has most of his health. Tavasi's able to find Joker trying to lurk up to halls as well, and it's going to be a call that they're actually here. Thunder's not able to even get a shot off with the Tour de Force, and now it's up to Cap, who, by the way, has not bought a rifle in a while. I think he's just sticking with the Guardian now.
Continuing to use the Guardian throughout the map, yeah. Gave up on the Phantom, I think, after that 140 dink, and it's just been fully on the Marshall ever since. We'll grab the orb, gives away his position, but at least gets that. We'll have the ult online. Flawless round for the Prophetic Paninis, and that's so big for the economy. Gets them right back in that. The mid-split was a great idea, but there was just no presence through A main to contest that. They needed to be fighting, they needed to be splitting Spence's attention, and the 2 players in A main were just content to post up, and they stayed still way too long. They end up getting punished for it because there was no trade on the player on site. There was no anything, and so the site just gets held easily.
You know, I have to say, I'm a little surprised at how passive the Prophetic Paninis have been. I cast their semifinals game, and they were
just as you asked for it.
aggressive.
Just as you asked for it. Maybe that's why.
Casters. They're listening. They're in the walls.
Maybe that's why they're not getting aggressive, because they immediately put. Oh, that is such a good eye. That's such a good eye.
Great eye. Thunderous is able to take advantage of that and find Cash, who was lurked up into that. Somebody has called that spot Legos. I'm not sure why, but lurked up into Legos there.
Okay, the adjustment from
Roe
Roe.
pushed up.
Been a hero a few times already, and they find one there. Leaves the spike on an island. 2 players trying to come through double doors. It'll be 4-on-2 on fight. Make that 4-on-1, and the Viper's Pit just got popped on the other side of the map. Roe has to make a hero play here, it looks like. To even get anything.
Finds that. Oh, but is finally taken out by Joker. Now it's going to be up to Golden Luigi with a Phantom now.
I gotta think your best call is to save here, unless someone gives you a pick. Could. That dart actually won't see either, so maybe it falls in security.
I think their economy will be fine. Given that they won last.
Their economy should be pretty good, however...
Oh! Joker's still there on stairs, and Golden just is not aware of that, unfortunately.
Their economy is still going to be in enough shape to buy, however, carrying a rifle through is never a bad strategy in a 1v3, unless it's obviously against match point, because your odds of winning that round are pretty low.
Agreed.
And they do have to... It does force Spence onto the Blade Storm as well, so... Could have been a rifle carry...
You can do this. I believe in you.
hiccup. I'm so sorry. I'm just profusely apologizing. Will be could have been a rifle carried through, doesn't come through, so we'll see how that affects them. Raybook wants to take an early fight.
Oh.
Raybook's just charging on mid. What are you doing? They really thought somebody pushed up. They must have thought somebody pushed up for sure.
They must have. I think they heard Cash walking up and then didn't realize he had walked back into mid tunnel. Joker's looking for that person who was holding there. Maybe thought it was from Nest, because I do believe Raybuke's back was fully turned, so he had no idea where that shot came from.
They've lost track of tunnel, and Joker's hit the timing. This could be big.
Yeah, the number of timings Cold Brew has been able to get.
Cash has no idea. Now Cash has an idea.
Does have an idea.
Joker doesn't. Oh my goodness. The dart from his own teammate trolled him. Okay, Golden Luigi did defend the site. Tavasi on the long crossfire. I think the recon dart from their own teammate got Rayboot killed because it caused Cash to kind of back up and turn around and immediately was like, oh, hey, wait a minute. That's not my jet. Just as Joker realized that someone was also behind.
Just crouched like a little goblin right underneath Nest, waiting for Tavasi to drop, not realizing that Cash had actually walked up behind him in mid-tunnel. That was a timing and a half on both sides. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout now for Thunderous, and a well-needed one. They had this momentum, and now it looks like Thunderous is rolling in the Cash, but the rest of his team is not. They still have enough to buy this round, but after this, I'm not sure if they can afford to lose another one.
And while Potato Aim reads off all of its information from the tab menu, I will not be bringing the tab menu up during the timeout because the timeout graphic completely overlaps with it, and it looks horrendous. It's the thing that
I'll keep bringing up information.
Information
Brew,
this stream does not get to see.
Cash
Don't worry, as soon as the timeout expires, look, there we go. We can see, we do see the attack operator coming in, Cap sticking with the Guardian. How are these last two players? Little broke.
It's a bit of an interesting choice, to be honest with you.
It does look like, okay, Cap was able to buy a full rifle, so we'll swap around with Raybook to get the Phantom in hand, actually.
No, he bought a Phantom this time. Looks like it's going to be a fast A, potentially, as they drone in from caves. I don't think that's going to get in time. Yeah, it's...
Oh, that smoke just faded. Oh, Spence!
And Spence has to get out of there fast.
Thunderous
getting
with a lurk
with an op, unfortunately got timinged by Cash. Cash has been really instrumental in getting all these timings this entire game. Sees that oh, I don't know if he saw him actually.
I think he saw one. I think he saw Raybook's or Monty's like toe disappearing around the corner. Cap, this is the play. Cap has to do something here. Gonna get seen by the trip. If they can find the chamber before he has to push it, okay, they don't. So now they know one player's up tube. Cap still kind of has to make something happen on the lurk.
So much space mid. And yes, Cap is all the way up now, but they might be aware of it as...
Oh, he's getting shot in the back by Tavasi,
yeah,
right?
He's absolutely gonna get shot. Yep. In the side, but, you know. Raybuke is able to find Cash, but it's all up to him now. However, he does have the Viper's Pit, so if he's able to get the bomb... No, he's not.
Oh, COD reload. Don't get punished for it. Has to run to the A site now. I think practically knife out. Has a chance to plant. There's nobody there. We'll see how long he takes to clear it. You can't really be walking this.
Oh, he's got 12 seconds.
Yeah, you can't really be walking this. Now the recon dart comes through. This makes this so hard. Gotta stick it through a recon dart. This is rough.
And Roe is just going to have to... Oh.
Okay.
Is able to find the timing. Okay. Does not use the Viper's Pit. Oh, now he does.
Now, yeah.
I swear to God, they're listening to me.
Spence is just ADS'd in, trying to push up. Golden Luigi's like, I know this rat position. I'm going to spam it out, but Raybook wasn't there yet. Spence going to get a different gun. Probably smart. Waiting on his teammate is Raybook. Or Golden Luigi is, rather. Raybook waiting on a miracle. Would be a 1v4.
Running out of time. About to ace, potentially. 5 bullets left.
Oh, Spence on 1 HP.
By Spence, and he's able to clutch the round. He has enough time to defuse. Rare Spence W.
And now that puts them at map point on Breeze, their map pick. Take a 1-0 lead in this series. Spence told me, and I quote, "Don't worry, we 3-0," when I told him that I was worried this series would go late. So, maybe.
Well,
Looking good on this first map, but
we'll see if that's confidence or
arrogance.
Arrogance.
No, there's a reason I brought it up on stream. It's quality content either way. If they lose map 2, map 3, any other maps, oh, you trust me, I will be quoting it.
Oh, Rabu gets immediately seen by that dart, and he's caught by the KO ult. By that null command.
Cash is solo pushed so far. He actually finds the pick? Can he find 2? Those knives sure can't. Okay, never mind.
The last knife, I think, found Cash's head. Now those knives are refreshed, but now it's a 3v4, and
nobody's watching
got
mid.
so much
Reboot can
time.
just jump up in a nest. Oh, did that jump make a sound?
Oh, I must not have, because he was able to catch Golden Luigi off guard. Watching where the trip is, by the way. Tommasi's able to find Joker.
That didn't look accurate to me, but Valorant said it hit. 2v3 now. Make that a 1v3, and this Hunter's Fury doesn't reach.
They're gonna know where he is.
Yeah, that's super
They're just
bad.
gonna converge.
All right, Cap. Gotta make the play of your life here. Guardian in hand, 2 players on site to deal with. Charging forward, gonna peek the angle into Tavasi. Can't find the shots.
Oh, and that's map 1 to Prophetic Paninis.
Don't worry, we 3-0. Well, they take the first. They're gonna send us to map 2 with 1-0 lead. Everyone's favorite map, at least my personal favorite map in the VDC, because we never don't play it. We're going to Ascent next. Because of course we're going to Ascent next. A good first map though. Definitely looked like there was some momentum in that comeback, but just when they needed it, Cold Brews, they kind of lost the wind in their sails and couldn't complete it. They just about tied things up, got within 2 a couple of times, but Prophetic Paninis were able to get things back together for themselves. We will get ready here on our end for map 2. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see if the Prophetic Paninis can continue their hopes of a sweep with a 2-0 lead, or if Cold Brew will bounce back on their map pick. We're going to take a 5-minute break while I set that timer. Don't go anywhere. Smile. Hello everyone, welcome back. We are back here for map 2 of Ascent after we just saw the Prophetic Paninis take map 1. Now, before I forget, I have an announcement to make, and I have to go check my DMs because I don't remember who won. I just remember it being an extremely close race. You all voted. Those of you in advanced, and GMs, I believe in advanced, on who the advanced tier MVP would be. And the advanced MVP by 1 point. I believe there was a ranked vote. By 1 point. It's Carson Pumas. So congratulations to Carson. Did not make grand finals, but is the advanced, I probably said contender earlier, is the advanced MVP. Apologies for not getting to that before map 1. That was, I got a little lost with us pushing the round start back. Okay, well, somebody just left the party. So while we're waiting for Tavasi to get back in, everyone to get ready into this map 2, we saw that map 1. We saw the beginnings, the murmurings of a 9-3 comeback, but it didn't quite come to fruition. And again, we were talking about, as we started going to break, OS confidence in being able to take this in a sweep. Based on what you saw in map 1, Potato, how are you feeling about their odds on this map 2 of Ascent and in the remainder of the series?
You know, I think it's going to be really interesting, given how careful we see that both teams play defense. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Ascent, a defense-sided map, goes for both teams. It looks like we're going to have OS starting on defense first, so we'll see if they get a very high lead. Top quality analyst right here.
That was, you know, such a theme in the contender finals. I wouldn't be shocked to necessarily see it here either. It's a little easier to have offensive strats. It's also a bit of a offense-sided map pool, if I had to guess, based on the 5 maps we have. Going back to check because my memory is that of a pigeon. Ascent, pretty defensive-sided, but the rest, Breeze, Fracture, and Haven especially, pretty attacker-sided. Pearl, little nebulous, but newer maps tend to go attack-sided.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Pearl. I think, judging from this season and how it's evolved from, you know, a map nobody knew how to play to, you know, people actually developing strats and using it, I'm excited to see how that plays out. So we'll see how Ascent goes first. First things first. But yeah, looks like Tavasi's back.
I'm waiting on a ready from Cold Brew. Okay, that's the same, okay. We're working on getting into Ascent here to get into map 2. Apologies for the slight delay. While you are waiting, you can vote on who's going to win this map 2, I'm sure. Thank you, Nadesy, for putting out the poll. Great, we have it ready. We're going to go ahead and load into Agent Select here. Finally. We did have a player have to restart, apologies, but it does happen. I'm intrigued to see what the compositions are. I don't think Spence is going to play Yoru, but I've been wrong before.
Be interesting if they have a no duelist comp, but we know Spence is a duelist, so, and there's the lock as Jet, and it looks like Prophetic Paninis already has its lock. On the other side, however, we see Thunderous is locked in Neon, an interesting pick for Ascent.
These look to be fairly similar comps, but it'll be 2 differences on this map instead of the one we saw on Breeze. Wow, that was a quick Agent select. Usually these take much longer, but we see the Sage coming in for Reboot versus the double Initiator comp, and then the duelists will be Jet versus Neon, so Thunderous wanting to go with the Neon on this map. I can't say I've seen it a ton, but I could definitely see some potential, especially if you want to get defensively aggressive, or if the defenders are getting aggressive and you're on the attack side, which they will be starting on. Hopefully I've got the sides right. I do. Congratulations to me. I actually remember to change the sides, and it again is the Prophetic Paninis who lead 1-0 going into this map too. They just need 2 more. This is, however, as far as picks go in a best of 5, I think your first pick is the only one that you're really, you know, expecting to win, and this is Cold Brew's first pick of the best of 5 draft, so they're confident they can win this map. We'll see what they've got for it. They've got to start on the attack side, which is traditionally the more difficult side, and it looks like they want to go ahead and hit mid to A perhaps here. They've got a bunch of players in A and 2 just straight up facing the barrier in tiles, so we'll see where they go. Okay, it looks like heavy mid now. Devasi is going to be the one here to try to receive it. We'll see if he can find any of those heads with this hunter he's got in his hands.
In his head. Ooh, is able to take a little bit of chip damage and takes the first pick of the map onto Joker. Monty, Tabasi can't TP out until now. He was able to finally sneak his way back.
There's a bit of the chamber nerf, actually. That used to work, and I think he realized a little late. There's a delayed trade, though. They actually have cat control now. Devasi's rotating over to try to plug it, but he literally has nothing but a classic anymore.
Tavasi heard that gun change over on Cap, and now that reload. So now he knows somebody has lurked all the way up and playing this pretty ratty spot
Thunderous
to see.
on B main. Thunderous has gotten all the way out to patio. You're gonna break the chirp in mid. They're just drawing all kinds of attention. AJ Thunderous is literally about to be is in spawn.
What? Ro is able to find Rebuke's lurk.
Could be big from Thunderous.
He's about to get...
This could have been big from Thunderous, but he can't find anything.
Ooh, and gets right click. My right clicks don't work like that. Hello?
Get it out of the game.
I don't know if he saw.
Get it out of the game.
Just a tiny little bit of Cap.
Get it out of the game.
Yeah, he definitely saw me ping that.
Get it out of the game.
Cap. Oh, and Cap is able to find one, but takes a lot of damage for that. However, Spence and Ro are each basically 1 HP.
Fight in the smoke as well goes Cap's way. Spike is planted.
Has a pretty great spot in market. Spence is kind of aware of it. I think they're waiting for the smoke to dissipate.
I don't know how much HP Cap has. If it's more than 30, that's important here, because Spence is on,
40.
I think, 10. Okay, yeah. So he can take 2 body shots from a ghost. Spence obviously cannot. Oh, they don't clear him. Oh, but he doesn't get anybody. They're both 1 HP.
But they're both 1. All Monty has to do is just touch them in the toes. But Golden is able to headshot Monty before you can land one on to Golden's body, and now with 10 HP is able to clutch the first round and put it on the board for Prophetic Paninis.
I think Monty should have just stayed back in Boathouse there. It's hard to read in a 1v1 like that, 1v2 really, but nice little clutch up in the 1v1. Only on 10 HP, Golden Luigi doesn't panic too much, gets the headshot on the second bullet, and Monty, a little bit of those finals nerves, maybe just couldn't find a body shot, maybe. He's not the one who put Golden Luigi on 10 health, so that should hopefully have been calmed across to him. That's unfortunate for them. That pistol would have been very big, especially starting on attack side. Now they look towards A. They've got a ghost in Monty's hand, otherwise pretty raw buy here with the classics.
Ooh.
That's how that goes.
Immediate 2. And now Cash is just going to over-aggress here and find Rebuke, but Cap is able to right-click on there, unfortunately not able to retrieve that weapon because of Golden. How is he alive? How are both of these alive?
You tried to go
I think he was
for the
going for the knife.
You had another gun. You picked up a Spectre. Okay. We're getting a little silly, goofy. Apologies to everyone in the stream chat, because I forgot to follow our lovely observer, Nancy, until midway through that round. Thank you to Potato for reminding me to do that.
No, it's okay, because I made the same mistake. I think we're all watching different perspectives there.
It's VDC salad. Okay, so the weaker buys, the weaker guns coming in from the defense is going to be Looks like a straight B hit. We'll see how this works out. We'll see if they can install Spence into this off angle as well in B main. They've got the cross set up with Cash. We'll see if this bait works. Oh my,
was able to,
sure.
Ooh, a nice little dink. The Prowler doesn't catch Spence.
Nobody clears
And
him.
the
Okay.
Stinger is in fact a gun, is able to take down one and take a lot of damage. Oh, onto Cap. But I think Cap's gonna take a lot of damage from that fragment. Yes,
Everybody's
he is one
low. Everybody's low. Oh, these players are like
not
all
the
one
defense.
shot. Oh,
Ooh, Cash is able to find one.
shot.
It's gonna be a repeat of Breeze. Oh, and Cap is just barely.
Raybook's down to 1 HP again.
Oh! What is this? This is just going back and forth.
Okay.
Now Raybik is able to find one. Now he's just 13 seconds away from his heal, but the damage is already done. Doesn't matter what the outcome here is. Prophetic Panini has taken a lot of guns off.
I mean, if you're Cold Brew, you're definitely hoping
Cold
Raybook
Brew.
can clutch this up. At very least, a round win is something better than nothing. And Raybook's going quietly onto A. Should be able to get the spike down unless we see a major rotation. Right now, just a mid-watch. Just a very safe angle. Neither side has any information to work with. They're just playing blind. So Raybook should get onto the site. Golden Luigi's just going to wait. Doesn't go for the door. Can wall this after the plant, though.
I think you can hear the plant, but I think he thinks it's on B, potentially. Heads towards there for a second and then goes to CT. And now Raybuk is going to take an advanced position up, but he's going to use that from the shadows.
Canceled it. He's just trying to find Raybook.
Oh, he's going to get caught, potentially? Oh, Raybuk is able to clutch it, but at what cost? Chill, at what cost?
The cost of 4
Literally.
guns, but hey, you'll take the round at that point. That was a disastrous attempt to push into B main. One of the things about Ascent is getting through these main positions is incredibly difficult, and just wait until the Cypher buff. I swear it's going to make things worse. But just trying to get onto these sites, if you try to go straight through main, you can get shredded by any weapons. And that's what we saw happen to them there. They couldn't get through B main. They lost a bunch of players. Thankfully, Raybook was able to get them the round at the very least, but we've got a shotgun coming in on Cap. And Thunderous is going to be on the Spectre, so they could look to trade off the rifles. 3 rifles is sometimes enough on attack side. There's not a huge difference between having 3 and 5.
Oh, and Tavasi's able to take one down, however, is forced to TP off of that. I think Cap is in a pretty good spot right now. And smokes off the market push. But Spence is watching that as well from a pretty passive angle, knows that there's nobody coming up. Yeah, I don't... They're on a mixed buy, but
the
Cap
other
is the
3
only one
players
who's
have
mixed.
rifles, yeah.
Right.
Thunderous had the Spectre as well.
Spectre.
Wow, my brain, I was trying to call it a ghost. I think there's a gap in that smoke. Are they going to see him try to cross?
Oh, just barely dodges that haunt. Oh, I think there is a gap. I think you're right. Tavasi might have seen him.
Maybe. He's trying to swing it wide. Actually, no, he's completely unaware. But he catches them with the smoke out! Oh, he saw that. I only saw that on the minimap.
30 seconds left.
And now it's up to Monty and Joker, both with rifles, but 2v4 with time rapidly running out.
Tavasi here's Joker having fun.
lurked, but Joker's still looking at this and doesn't really have time.
Joker takes this rendezvous, he's dead. Well,
He
he's just
is
dead now anyway. Oh, no swing from Spence. Time's out, though.
Bates. Yeah,
Time's
time is
out.
out, unfortunately. Now they're just looking to do damage.
I don't think they should be looking to do damage. You should be saving this gun, Monty.
Oh,
Run! Save your money! Well, alright. So, that almost really went in the favor of Cold Brew. That was honestly a well played out round from them, especially with the numbers disadvantage. They got such a player so deep in mid, and if it just weren't for the timing that Tavasi walked up with, he would have been dead to the shotgun. And that's a rifle picked up, potentially without taking any damage. It makes it a 4v4 with rifles while you're already halfway upside. They had so much map control. Their opponents had no clue where the push was coming. It was a very well played out round, and I worry that because they lost it, because of the weaker weapons and just a little bit of bad luck, that they're going to start straying away from mid and back to the strategy that got them onto that week of a buy in the first place with the hard rushes through main.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I think Cap not buying up, I think also might have slightly screwed him in that position. Just because he's armed with only a Bucky, not even a judge. So if there's more than 2 there, I don't know if he would have been able to get 2. I just don't know about buying a shotgun on attack unless you are buying a judge, to be honest.
See what comes through other than Monty's rifle? Probably not a lot. They call the timeout. This is one of those call the timeout before your save round, extended timeout kind of situations. We'll see how this works for them. 3 classics, the Vandal, and I believe a Stinger. Headhunter as well, of course.
They dodged the early knife, but they're going to be exploring Cat with a Prowler as well from from Cash. And Monty's going to throw a Haunt into this mid as well.
He's trying to figure out, they can't even get out into mid because they're so worried about just getting sprayed down. And if Thunderous moves too much, he's getting his head taken off. Tavasi's back on his angle. Oh, just caught the timing, but okay, yeah,
Cash has got the cross.
And now they're going to get into trouble because now they have to try to feed through B main and they're just going to get shredded. There's very little chance here. Yep, there's the swing from Spence.
Has 2. That smoke from Cap comes just slightly too late, unfortunately.
Spence just gets one through the smoke. Cap will live to get one, but...
Check his PC.
They were so slow trying to get into mid there. They wanted to get into mid, get some mid control, and by the time they tried, both players, like, they just... Cash was, like, halfway walked out onto Cat. And there was no contest.
Yeah. Yep.
So AJ Thunderous catches the timing to escape from just getting his head blown off by Tavasi and instead gets the honor of getting it blown off by the other player holding the angle because they completely didn't contest mid with utility or anything. There wasn't even a smoke for, like, Cat or anything. They were just... wrong. Now they have the rifles again, so we'll see what they can do with this. They're up against the Tour de Force, which is trying to peek mid, and they're going to get completely concussed off. Good. So they got to take control of this. They are.
Oh, but Monty gets taken out by the Tour de Force. Rebuke is able to find a pick, however, onto Cash, so a little bit of a trade there.
That makes that kill resible as well. Oh, no shot.
Paranoia.
That looked so crazy from Cap's perspective, just watching the bullet go by from the Tour de Force. They're definitely going to be trying to look for a res. They've got to look for a res, I think, at this point. Spence trying to play the rat close angle. You think he updrafts onto this if he hears a res?
A nice little angle he has here.
I think he...
could potentially.
You think he gets wild? No. Okay.
No.
We're going to let them get this back to a 4v4.
Oh, he might... I don't think they know Spence is up there.
They definitely don't know about the angle.
Cat here.
Oh, but the wall, the neon wall. The fast lane. It's just a feint going deep, I guess, but... Could give them passage.
But Spence knows, and Tavasi tries to over-aggress there.
Spence fell off the angle for a short second there, but he's going to find the spike. He finds the spike!
Yep. Finds Joker. Rebuke is able to find a headshot onto Golden Luigi. And Thunderous is able to find the spike and take it to A, where they will have a free sight. Now it's up to Spence and Rowe.
Spike planted.
Okay.
Rebuke was ready for the flank, probably heard them stomping away. But now it's up to Thunderous and Cap. Thunderous in a kind of a rat spot.
He's kind of a rat spot.
Catches Cap there. They know where he is. He knows in the back somewhere. Gets caught by the flash.
No way you win that.
No shot.
No way you win this round. That looked good to me. How did that not spray a bullet into his head? Her head.
That's a phantom diff there.
That was a chaotic round. Spence fell off the angle and then re-peeked it when the spike ran by, got the spike. Then Golden Luigi gets way over aggressive walking out of the smoke on Heaven, goes down, gets punished for it. And then that puts his team in a numbers disadvantage. Then Spence immediately gets it back to even, and Rowe cleans things up in the 2v2 situation. A little over aggression from Thunderous as well, trying to take an ego peek. And, well, let's look at the money here. It's bad. It is bad for Cold Brew.
Yeah, and on the other side, we've got 2 retake ultimates already from Cash and Rowe. We see that, we see the Nightfall potentially going out again. Catches
Instantly
4
throws
of
it back.
them.
I think the
And now they're
teleport did
deaf.
come through, though, because they're deaf on sight. There's a player in heaven that they don't know about, and that's going to be the linchpin to winning this round.
Oh, Cash's timing here. How does that? Cap is able to find that. Cap is able to find 2, but is now 1 HP and no heals in sight. Now they have to go get the bomb. It's all up to him. And Rowe cleans it up. 6th round on the board for Prophetic Paninis. I gotta tell you something, Chill. Before this map started, Spence told me he wasn't ready for Breeze but he is now for this map because he has more caffeine than blood running through his veins. He's so jittery.
That sounds
And I
dangerous. But anyway,
you can see that in his performance.
in that
Different
round,
performance.
Cap with the teleport behind with the from the shadows could have made a huge play, but was trying to pick off a rotator and just kept waiting, and his teammates got destroyed on site. He was managed to get that 2K, but he could have gotten it a lot sooner and given his team access to the site much quicker. Little peek with the Blade Storm to find some damage.
Ooh,
Check her
nice shot
PC.
by Ro.
Check them PC. What the world? They're out,
Rebuke
but
is going to
this
be
wall
walling
does
off
nothing.
CT, but up in a rat spot into stairs.
there's still
They
2
have
players
not
on
cleared
site.
backside
There's
yet,
3
have
players
not
on
showed
site.
it.
Cash just walked past the wall. Wait, what is that wall?
Enemy remaining.
Now
Oh
it's up
my
to Joker.
God.
Finds him, and now it's up to they have a
Everyone
cross
look at the
on him,
minimap.
and-
Everyone look at the minimap. Look at where that wall actually went. Yikes.
Oh,
Oof. That's
no.
really unfortunate. That was just, hey, Cash, walk onto site. We would love to have you.
Great round by OS here. Now they take their 7th round.
And now it's a save coming in, and AJ Thunder is completely absent of any entry potential in this half so far. It's been struggling. Team as a whole, I think they've gotten a couple of first picks, but almost immediately given them back. They've really just been struggling to find any success, and oh goodness, they immediately lose one.
Cash baited for him.
They don't know Cash is here.
They have no idea, or I'm sorry, Rowe found him. Catches 2!
Down
That's
A.
Spike
And
as
those
well.
other 2 are running away. They have to go try and get this bomb. Tavasi about to take this duel onto Monty, and Cash cleans it up with Rabiak. It's a quick round. 8th round on the board for Prophetic Paninis.
They need another timeout, and I don't think they're going to use it because everyone seems a little boomed. They're resorting to, hard rushes, risky peeks. There's no utility behind anything. There's no smokes really coming through. They're getting punished for it every time now. Prophetic Paninis look very disciplined on this defense right now. We said nobody could play defense in Contender. Well, we're in advance, so we got some defense here. And even the economy is starting to become undisciplined for Cold Brew. They've got only 3 rifles in this round, and last round was also a save round. So they are...
And they did not buy together.
No, they did not.
As you can
They're
see,
starting to lose it a
Joker
little.
has enough. Yep. And Monty is able to find one on Cash, but it's still a 4v4 with the weaker guns against an op. Tavasi is able to find one with that set operator, and another one on Rebuke. And now there's no fast lane ready for Thunderous. They
Did you
are
get Red, though?
finally able to take Row.
The brute force is starting to work, but they still have at least one player to clear depending on what site they want to go for. They don't really want to walk through the market door. It seems risky, but that's where they're going to go. They have to clear Spence out back a site. This was a thorn in their side just a couple rounds ago, is clearing out back. Nobody's doing it. Oh, no.
Yep.
Spike down B.
And now Bomb is down on site. They're split. Giving him 1v1s. And Spence, all he has to do is, again, hit them in the legs. And that's exactly what happened. One body shot, and Cap is down.
They've lost a fair bit of sense of just team calling. There's very little team play going on. The call there was clearly go mid, and then nobody cleared back site. The discipline is falling apart. They've definitely had a rough half, and some rounds that were winnable that didn't go their way. And the one round that, honestly, they barely won, that has gone their way. It's been a rough half. I think Rebuke also was on 6 kills at that point. The team has just not been fragging. They've been getting picked off. Hasn't been trades available in a lot of places. It's like they're really just searching on this attack side on its own.
I'm gonna note that they, again, did not buy together.
That's
Thunderous
the most
had
worrying
enough.
thing.
Yep. Golden is gonna get caught out by Cap.
Look where the
And
spike is,
Raybu.
though. Like, they have full access to
Oh.
A site. Cash is shooting
Yeah.
Joker in the back, and the spike is on B. They don't know it, but the spike is nowhere near these last two players.
They're just running all over the place. They're just looking for kills. This is just a death
They
match
have to.
for KC.
They have to. Look at where the spike is.
Yeah.
It's in B main. Spence is
Spence
about to see it.
Spence
Oh,
is
no, they
about-
teleported it. Okay.
Oh, you know what? If that
They
was
don't
on
know
purpose,
Cash is
that's a
back
big
on
brain.
site. They don't know Cash is on
They
site.
do not know.
Oh, no.
Oh, but they're gonna clear it.
Okay. Okay.
Now it's up to Spence. It's still doable.
Spike planted.
And Raybu is gonna go all the way to Wine. So they're not going to be playing off of each other.
They didn't plant for main
At
either,
all.
so I don't know how I feel about this. You can't be playing all the way at Wine. Gotta be holding something. Spence gonna go opt to break the easiest thing to break rather than the wall. Gotta just take a raw peek, however, with the way things have been going for him and his team this map. It might work out.
Yeah, he does have to hurry though. And Raybu cleans it up. That's the second round that Cold Brew has won, and incidentally, the second round that Raybu has clutched.
I think Raybook's 7 of Raybook's kills have come in the 2 rounds they've won. So the strat is Raybook go kill for this last
Yep.
round and a half. And
Yep.
they need
Well, I
this
mean,
last round.
It's Raybu and Cap go kill for the most
Cap's
part.
been getting kills, but they haven't contributed significantly to round wins. Found some picks here and there, found some trades, but largely just, I mean, the team as a whole hasn't been consistently fragging and trading off of each other. And it like you said with the scattered buys, it looked like their communication was starting to strain. Hopefully with the round win, they'll get some confidence back and they'll be back to playing as a team here.
We're gonna hear the null command come out.
Yeah, that comes out from the defensive side, and they're going to hard rotate, and Cash
Mm-hmm.
is going to be 1v5 here. They are aware that he's been flanking a lot, so you can see them walking through spawn, trying to see if somebody's around the corner.
Oh, but they're gonna hear it. They're gonna hear it.
Oh, no.
I don't know if they're gonna check him in this corner, to be honest.
Okay, they did. Okay, that's resable as well. Immediately res. Get the
There it
Omen
is.
back on his feet. Go B instead of A, but they're definitely going A here. Okay, 4v3, 5v3 on site. Could be a huge
Spence
defensive
is
play.
still holding B. Row immediately takes down Thunderous and Joker. Monty, however, is able to trade out into Tavasi. The Nightfall is going to go through, forcing Golden Luigi to teleport off.
Look at this lurk
Raybook
up
is
by Raybook. That's
all
big.
the way up,
Can't get a
but
second,
Row's
though.
able to trade it out.
They haven't gotten spiked down. They can't even get spiked to sight right now.
Seconds left.
Tap the TP forward.
Catches Monty, I think, with that knife.
They both flashed out. They're both right above Monty's head. Another flash comes through. Oh, that got Monty. Oh, that's so
Oh,
unfortunate. Cap in the
And it's up to
1v1.
Row. Or it's up to Golden and Cap. Omen versus Omen. Oh, and great crosshair placement by Cap. It's a 9-3 again.
Switching sides.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not dreaming. I did pinch myself because this is feeling like some severe deja vu. 2 contender grand finals, 2 9-3s in a row. Are we gonna make it 3 in map 3? Prophetic Paninis on their attack side again. I mean, let me pull up my script from Breeze. Cold Brew needs this pistol round, and if they can't find it here on the defensive side, they're going to be really struggling to find anything in this half. But if they can, you never know, they could creep back closer than you expect. We'll see if they could actually close out a comeback this time. They definitely could use one. You don't want to go down 2-0. You know, maybe you don't
That's
want to
good.
go up 2-0, as Potato Aim could potentially have a test.
You know,
You did win the series.
I did.
You did have to play 5 maps.
Listen, I couldn't fall asleep till 9 a.m. the next day. I had so much caffeine going through me.
Yikes! Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
So far, just a little bit of damage done to Joker from the Headhunter of Tavasi, and it looks like they want to go A, but there's a stage wall right here that they have to figure out a way to get through.
Spence is trying to jump it.
Might be
without
jump
using his
peeking.
updraft,
Not
potentially.
sure. Monty though. Oh, on Cat. They're storming through Cat. Oh no, that's the defense. Never mind. They find the player trying to storm up Cat.
Oh, Cap has a shorty. He switched it out.
However, they do find one on the way to entry. We'll see if they can find Cap. Oh, Cap
And
tried to
Sets
swing.
found it. And now Joker's up into heaven. Is forced to teleport off. Now it's a 4v3. 4v2. Golden Luigi is 1, and so is Tavasi, however. So it still is anybody's.
Oh, the shots just can't land.
Thunderous is able to find one. Thunderous is able to find another. They're just peeking, giving them all 2v1s. But they don't know.
They know. Oh,
They
they
don't
knew.
know.
Oh,
They don't know.
It looked like they knew.
They didn't fully check it.
They did, and then they
That-
didn't, and then they were holding it, and then they weren't, and it was the timing from Spence couldn't have been better, because if he had peeked a second earlier, that was a kill. I think Thunderous gets that, and that's a heartbreaker. That round would have given them a chance. Now it just really feels like you're looking to go down to give up 11 here. You kind of have to. It's difficult to try to force in this situation. Getting 9 out of 10 is so much to ask.
Yeah, it is going to be a tough uphill battle for Cold Brew. That was a must-win round that was so winnable for a long time. Or not for a long time, but for the last 15 seconds until it just screwed up there.
Death ball here. We'll
The
see
timing
Tavasi
there.
trying to
Monty
get a
trying
sure.
to just...
Okay. Better
Okay.
guns win. There is
And
actually. How
now-
did you get? Okay, Thunder's forced,
He bought. Thunderous, yeah.
and they find Cap. They find the lurker.
You know, they're doing exactly what Cap and Rebuke did to them that one round. They just went through spawn.
Yeah.
And,
So this looks like
bring that Larry
11.
out. Possibly, but you know, don't Caster's Curse this.
Just no. You can just go ahead and cover up the scoreboard with your thumb where it says 10 there. That's a typo. That is supposed to say 11. As this round is 100% over. Joker has a shorty.
Does he have headhunters? Oh, he took a lot out of Spence.
Yeah, but
With
now
that shorty.
15 people are swarming towards him. Yeah,
There we
see,
go.
he's dead.
Cash
Thunderous
found
has
him,
9 HP. I
and-
told you. Listen. You can't
I
intentionally
had to
invoke.
uncaster's curse you, okay?
No, you didn't. You can't intentionally
did.
invoke the caster's curse.
No.
You can't intentionally invoke it. It's impossible. I've tried. It didn't work. See, that was another example. Okay, so now they've got rifles mostly, but Thunderous tried to make the hero play with the Hero Spectre last round, so we'll see what he ends up buying. Might just be another Spectre. Could buy it, that in heavy armor. Right now, sticking with the classic, which I would be a poor idea, but not buying anything. Here come the staggered buys again. Okay, he's gonna buy a ghost. That, I wish him the best of luck as his opponents start running straight at him. They do have the inferior weapons for the most part, so him getting back to sight at least should deny the early pick.
Joker is lurked all the way up. It's going to flank them, but is going to meet that. Golden is able to trade
Spectre.
out
Spectre moment.
Pavasi. Spectre moment for sure.
They knew.
Stinger moment.
That's so bold to be running through spawn like that, and they just did it anyway. Okay, Cap will live on 2 HP. This round is already getting stressful. Okay, that pick on Golden Luigi, the heal should be able to come through, potentially.
Going to be a 2v3. Row is trapped back sight. Cash almost able to find 2. Now it's all up to Row with just a Spectre against 2 rifles, but it doesn't matter. If he's able to find just even 1, the damage is done.
Okay, at this point, Cold Brew can't be picky about their rounds.
Oh, just
They keep 2
barely
guns.
misses.
They keep 2 guns,
Just-
and to be fair, Thunderous didn't buy. So Thunderous has money
True.
here, at the very least. So that's like keeping 3 guns, right, guys? Look, they can't care about money. It's just, if it's gonna be rough, it's gonna be rough. They just have to find ways to win rounds. You have to win 9 out of 10, and that was 1. So now you have to win 8 out of 10, 8 out of 9. Like, they have so much work to do. They can only give 1, and they have to do it against at least, what, 5 full buys, probably, this being the first one. They are actually, Thunderous goes for the ob.
Cap, unfortunately, is stuck with the Judge, which isn't that troll on defense.
Well, if you ask Unibeth and
Oh, never
our
mind.
contender grand finals last week, it wasn't that troll on offense either, because that's when their comebacks started coming in. There's a good first pick.
And he's able to find just 1, but nothing else as he gets smoked off of that angle and now has to hold a more passive angle from mid. Rebuke is able to peek out and find the head of Roe, who tried to find a little bit of space mid.
Cat's wishing he
Tavasi
had
is
a
walked up,
shotgun
but now
and
drops
not
out.
anymore.
Thunderous is able to
Oh,
find
repeat.
another, takes out.
Overpeak again. Don't throw this. You've had a 2-man advantage, or 3-man advantage. Now it's down to 1. This is dangerous. If they find one more pick, all these
Very.
players are pretty split up. There's not a res, I don't even think close to available. Maybe a little close for Rebuke.
I think Rebuke's thinking about peeking again, but gets smoked off of that angle.
Cap also still on the Spectre, so less effective weapons. I don't like this by Rebuke. You play retake here when you have numbers
30
advantage.
seconds. 30 seconds. Might get a timing onto Tavasi here.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Tavasi got the timing. And now
this is
Golden
so
has his
scary.
ultimate. They just have to pick a site to go. They have 17 seconds left.
They spotted the players. Surely they can hear them coming up Cat soon. They're just gonna run through this smoke from Cap. I don't think they care about it.
Oh, they've able to find one.
Cap!
Cap is able to find the other,
Spike planted.
but is 8 HP.
He just needs to buy time for his teammate to get here. Where did that teleport go?
What a teleport! Now he just has to wait for the tab.
No headhunter bullets. Has the knob. Okay, we'll pick up the rifle. 2 bullets. Reload.
But he's gonna hear that gun change. Now he knows he doesn't have the op.
Golden Luigi is just trying to bait this to immediately blind. Yep. Teleports. He thinks that
Doesn't
came
know
from
he
the other
teleported
direction.
either.
Thinks that came from the other direction. He read it! Joker
just start
misread.
running.
Joker read it. Just completely guessed the 50-50. He thought he came from heaven in the first place, and he turned around and he was like, ah. Well, there he is. Incredible. Maybe call out from a teammate. Either way, nerves of steel from Joker, and there's another much-needed round. Who cares? Again, who cares about the money? The money is so secondary right now. Yeah, they need it, but also rounds win you rounds, you know? Rounds win you games. The money is important until it's not. Until you just have to win, and it doesn't mean anything anymore, because if you lose, you're done. So they can only give up one more round. They're up against the Tour de Force and the full buy with the Blade Storm on deck as well, and they want to get aggressive into it. They find the first,
they
it's
got
traded
real
out, but they're going to find a
aggressive.
second, and they're going to get away with that pick.
That's a quick 3v4. Prophetic Paninis only need to get 2 more rounds, but having a hard time finding it.
Well,
The
it's
next
only
one,
been
at
2
least.
rounds.
True.
Give them some grace. They've got time. Oh, where is... Okay, Cap was trying to clear every box in A main and just got punished for it.
Oh,
This
Rebuke.
defensive
It's
aggression is so dangerous when they have the numbers advantage.
Trade versus trade. Thunderous fast lanes out.
One enemy remaining.
This is so dangerous. They're
Now-
just taking 1v1s, but they're winning them.
Solid
the
round on the
record.
board for Cold Brew.
For the record, I would like Cold Brew to stop doing what they're doing, but if it's working, it's working. All it's going to take is OS catching on once. Yeah, here comes the timeout. We'll see if they figure this out, because if they catch them pushing like this and they win those 1v1s, they've had numbers advantages every time they've done this. Like, they're going to toss around the other way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I mean, Cold Brew is starting to build momentum at this point. They will have to lose this round and to. I mean, if they. Okay, I'm gonna say something real stupid, but I'm gonna take my mouth back. Never mind. I realize it's gonna be really obvious that if they lose this one, they can't win the next one, or they have to win the next one. I'm already starting to lose my mind, Chill. It's only map 2.
You good out there? You need a do we need
Nope.
a hot
No.
sub in someone else?
Mm-mm. Nope, I'm just gonna drink my water and pretend like I said nothing stupid. Anyway,
Sorry,
there's 4 ultimates online for Cold Brew.
They haven't put them to a lot of use, honestly, across the series so far. I haven't seen any big ultimates. I haven't even seen any Blade Storms or Tour de Force pop-offs yet. And we've seen both Jet and Chambers across both maps, so quiet as far as that goes even is surprising. As late peek at the buy, it will be scrap buy, and they're gonna just instantly come in with trading Nightfalls, and that's 5 marked for Monty, and they just want to charge on his site.
Oh,
Because
oh no.
thinks that's an enemy
Oh.
with his teammate.
He thought it was his enemy. Got so baited by his own teammate, and now he's able to get that one out. Strangely, Tavasi's however able to trade out Spence.
This is double op on the retake, I think. I don't know if oh no shot.
What? They lined up, and now they have to. Joker has to retake with a tour de force, but is able to pick up a Vandal pretty easily if he goes through that smoke.
I guess who needs a Vandal?
Has
We'll
one
see what he
now.
can do here. Who needs a
Tavasi's
Vandal?
just looking at the wrong moment, and now it's up to Golden.
Jabs the door for no reason. I don't know what that gets you.
Golden's in a great spot.
Oh, he had the read
The
too.
stinger moment.
He had the read. If
The
he just
stinger
took that peak
moment.
a little slower, that was a round win. But oh my god, we're having another timeout. Please, teams, give me a break.
This time I'm not gonna say anything, so I'm gonna say something stupid otherwise.
Well, your
Like,
prophecy
this is a
came
must
true.
win for Cold Brew.
The prophecy did come true, and now the next 6 rounds will be must wins for Cold Brew. They can drop the 7th one after that if they get that far, but they have to win the next 6. They are up against Map Point, going down 2-0 again. Omnipotent Sandwiches, by the way, franchise already won the Contender Championship. They're in finals here. They're in Master Finals. They made playoffs as I think the 2 seed in Premier, so expected to potentially make Grand Finals there. Spence and his franchise have been popping off this season. Cold Brew is the only thing standing in their way of becoming the first franchise to secure multiple championships in the same season. We didn't have any repeats last season, and it's already looking likely that we're going to get one immediately here. We could even see OS sweep, which, oh boy, if that happens, that would be insane. But Cold Brew got to get it together.
Bill-
They've got this timeout. They've got 6 rounds they have to earn in a row. They can
Do you
do
think
it.
if Spence wins all 4 tiers, they're going to create a new role that just is like Season 2 Dominator or something like that? Total domination.
You know, I'll have to talk with the rest of the admin team about that. You know, I think we should just, you know, we'll steal some Mortal Kombat quote or something.
They're just ready for a dart?
Okay.
Oh.
That-
Thunders gets 2!
Yeah.
Roe and Spence get collided.
He got
that was a shot.
literally last round and then just immediately
That's
pays
true.
it back.
This is-
So
You know what? Thunderous deserves this one.
they're still getting aggressive on the defensive extremities, though. This time they get forced to back off. Nope. Monty's still pushing. Monty, just play safe.
Rebuke. He is able to get that headshot onto Cash. Now it's up to Vasi and Golden Luigi. Monty is just full running, and I think Golden hears this, but isn't turned around till... There's Tavasi.
Why is Monty in their spawn? Okay, he's gonna get traded.
You know what?
That was my Tavasi impression at that moment. Why is Monty in our spawn? Okay, so this round's going very well for Cold Brew. We'll see if they can contain the 1v5 effort by Golden Luigi here, who crowded steps forwards, is watching for the flank and takes it.
30 seconds
Don't
left.
keep throwing 1v1s his way. He's looking pretty on point.
He still has his From the Shadows ready.
He could just straight
Has
TP to
for
B,
a
obviously
few
does not
hours.
know that.
Or
There's
for a
no
few
way
rounds.
you just got away with that. There's no way in the universe. How are you not?
Oh! That was almost disastrous for Cold Brew.
I think I
Almost
felt the timeline in
disastrous.
my soul where he hit that flick.
Yeah.
I didn't.
If,
Oh, that got dangerous again. So dangerous. Cold Brew, they'll hold on to the round. The money is so bad. Cap is on a light buy. Nobody on their team has a positive KD, but they're fighting through it. It's a scrap buy for the most part. Golden Luigi will bring in the rifle, which after that shot, we'll see what they can
Looks like
do.
we're-
The ops on the
we're gonna
wrong
get
side
some-
of the map here.
looks like we're gonna get some aggression here, and the wall is going to go up from Rebuke instantly, along with one of the slows. Looks like they're gonna try and break this. And
Null command,
the
push
null command
in.
is gonna come out.
Cap.
And Cap tries to take that fight, but is immediately taken down. Tavasi retrieves that Spectre. But they're wide open from tree. It's just a bloodbath here, and now it's all up to Golden. Can't revive either.
He's gonna teleport out.
Now
He's
that
gonna
From the
teleport to
Shadows
B.
comes through with 16 HP.
The Neon actually is gonna get here like right as the spike gets planted. Thunderous, that could be a blessing and a curse. Thunderous is now posted up on the angle. Golden Luigi doesn't expect him to be this close. If the shot misses though,
No,
okay.
he does not.
Neon. She's a
Neon
good agent. This
is an
speed was
agent.
so useful there.
Listen,
And I think
zoom,
they
zoom.
should give this to Monty. Okay. They don't
did
give
not.
They don't give it to Monty. 4 more. 4 more.
And 1 more for Prophetic Paninis. They just need 1 more. Now they're onto a full buy. However, on the side of Cold Brew, they are not full buying up.
Caps on a shotgun. Monty's gonna have to drop Joker, I believe. Yeah, they're gonna drop the op to Joker, so they're gonna drop Thunderous instead.
Probably going to pop his ult here.
Maybe, but okay, yeah, they will. They will go with that because the economy is so bad. You think you should probably at least be buying something behind this, but he's just charging forward, and he gets shut down.
And he gets shut down. Yep. Spence is going to take this aggressive position up here, whereas Joker is going to hold market. An aggressive angle there. Isn't able to find anything there, and is forced to come out with
No
2
rendezvous.
HP.
Shut up. No rendezvous were set up.
Going to go back for a heal from
He's on the
Rebuke.
flank.
Monty with the flank.
But he finds 2.
Is able to find 2. Cap is able to find another 2v3 with the res up for Rebuke.
I'm losing my mind. I'm having
I'm losing
flashbacks.
my mind.
Bind contender finals. It's swimming through my gaze. There's no way they pull this off, right? They're flanking. They're pushing the flank again. They have the numbers advantage. Why not throw it away? Rebuke's just walking up the flank. And Rose watching it. But Rose not watching their monitor.
I think that was a mini-map moment. I know that feeling.
And they're gonna res,
Rebuke
which
is going to res.
maybe not necessary, but Golden Luigi, scary person, 1v4. No
Honestly,
information.
I watched him ace to win the series on semis, and that
30
was
seconds
incredible. If it was a 1vx and Golden was left alive, it was...
Spence just said AFK in all chat.
True if real.
I don't think Golden's AFK. They res the Neon. The Neon does not have a gun. Thunderous didn't pick up a gun. He's gonna have to walk. Oh my goodness.
Up.
Okay.
You know, we didn't see the first 2 bullets. It's fine.
Eco res.
Go res.
Round goes through. Round goes through though. Round goes through. Somebody on the team finally has a positive K2. It's Rebuke. Money is pretty rough for the attack side. We'll see if they want to force up behind the saved rifle, and it kind of looks like they want something. They've got a Stinger, a Spectre. It looks like they're going to half buy. Have some threat in this round. They're not giving it up. They don't really need to. They figure they've got 2 more buys here. They're going to have a buy next round. And,
I'm gonna trade some
whatever they can
haunts
get on
here.
24.
Nightfall's gonna come through on the side of Prophetic Paninis.
Shots missed.
And also
Nightfall's
on
everybody.
the side of... Wow, just fast take onto B here. Thunderous is 1 HP trapped in backside.
Thunderous
with
has
an
got to find
operator.
something, and he can.
Rose able to trade him out. Now it's a 2v3.
They've got the
Cap
ops
versus
defensively
Rebuke.
now, though.
Spike planted.
They don't have to leave sight. They're just going to hole up here. You've got to find these 3 players. This is the map here. If they can't find them...
Oh, Tavasi might get timing here. Is able to
Oh!
find one, and Tavasi transfers onto both Cap and Rebuke to take the second map for Prophetic Paninis. That was a nail-biter of a second map for Prophetic Paninis with a domineering first half. And then a much more lackluster second. But they
Hey,
were
it's
able
enough,
to take
it's
it all in the
enough.
end.
If it's enough, it's enough. And it was just enough. They will push themselves with 2-0 lead. Match details are apparently processing. Thank you, Riot. Well, that was a map 2. That was an intense map 2. Nate, your mic is getting picked up. Thank you for observing, though. 2-0 lead. Spence promised me a 3-0. We'll see if he can hold himself to it. I believe Fracture is next. We go to Fracture. Can they take things home on Fracture? Or can KC just scrape, try to force their way all the way to the decider? It's going to be a long journey for them if they can. Or maybe the Prophetic Paninis will just fulfill the prophecy Spence gave me in my DMs before this map started. Or we're going to throw to a break because I'm losing my mind a little bit. And when we come back, map 3, don't go anywhere.
Did you even love me in the first place? In the first place? In the first place? In the first place?
And welcome back. We are back for Fracture, and this will be potentially the final map of the series. I'm here with Potato Aim as we have just watched the absolute thundering double 9-3 wins, our first halves, and then wins. My mind is blanking on the word. The subsequent wins from the Prophetic Paninis. They are up 2-0, and just as an aside, we have a poll going on right now. We have our match prediction. Nobody has voted for KC yet, and I don't think anybody's going to. I guess I'll throw 10 points on KC myself. There we go. 10 points. There we go. 10 points. Maybe they'll win. But we also have a poll to who you think has been Finals MVP. We might run it again if it looks like we're going to go to map 4. Right now it's mostly OS players. Go figure, they're destroying the series right now. So we will use that in our own judgment a little bit here as the media team to decide who we think Finals MVP is going to be. A bit of an informal award, but one we want to give out nonetheless. We are about to get into Fracture here. And Potato Aim, do you think this will be the final map of the series? Do you think Prophetic Paninis close things out here?
You know, I did play against them on Fracture at the beginning of the season, and they came back from a very domineering first half on our end. And I believe that this team has the potential to come back from something. I mean, I saw it firsthand. They have great mentals. So, I mean, even if, even if Cold Brew is able to get the first half pretty solidly in their favor, I think it's still anybody's game. And vice versa as well. I mean, if they're able to do a mental reset here, I think Cold Brew could also pull it out. So my answer to you is a non-answer. Ever the politician.
We have Spence upset that he did not win Advanced MVP. Poor Spence. We are waiting to see. It looks like one side is ready for map 3. We're still waiting to get confirmation that both teams are ready to get into Agent Select for map 3. This is, again, Fracture. This has to be the first map in the potential comeback here, as they're down 2-0 our Cold Brew. We're getting into Agent Select. You can see 2-0 lead for the Prophetic Paninis. Could be everything. This will be everything, really. Cold Brew has to try to bounce back. In the Contender Finals, last week, we saw a commanding 2-0 lead from one side. And then map 3 was chaotic, but it ended up coming away with a victory for Rock'em Sock'em, who were down 2-0. And look at this, Spence with the Phoenix lock.
Oh, that's about par. I mean, Spence plays, I think, pretty much 2 duelists, which is mostly Jet and Phoenix. And Jet's not great on this map, so I see that logical Agent Select here.
Very different from our first 2 maps. There are not remotely similar comps here. The only agent shared is Breach, which
I think
Breach on Fracture.
Chill, what do you think about the difference in smokes here between Brim versus Omen? I think Brim is a little bit stronger than Omen here, but we did see some of the plays that Cap had. Pretty sneaky, great plays that might be advantageous. But I wanted to get your opinion.
I think the Brim is premium by comparison. I'd like to see a Viper on this map even, but we're not going that deep, or an Astra. No, none of those picks, but I definitely prefer Brim over Omen here. Golden Luigi, maybe not the most enabling agent for him, but it's been popping off on the Omen so far this series, or at least in the last map, definitely had some pop-off moments. So take the Brim, gives you a little bit harder smokes, especially for the attack side. It's a little more difficult for the defense to push through. Fractures, that such an odd-shaped map and everything. It's nice to be able to feel a little more secure. Also, I think he's a little better at covering off the new angle in a Raptor on A site.
Yeah.
As we get into this match, somebody is already talking mild amounts of trash in the chat. Oh no, that's actually a KC player. That's okay.
That's a KC player.
That's
that
thunderous.
Go very well.
As we get hooked up to Nadesy, our observer here. Oh, please, Cash, don't spam in the chat.
Please.
That was visible. No. No spam. That was visible on stream. Hi, everyone. So yeah, we are linked up here with Nadesy. We are waiting to see where this first round's gonna go. It is... I had to look at my second monitor. Cold Brew on defense to start this map. This was OS's map selection, so they got to pick sides, and immediately they find the first pick.
Great haunt by Rowe. Cap is able to find two, but has to reload. Spence trades that out, and now Monty's already taking sight. Golden, gets taken out by Monty as well, and it's up to Tavasi and Spence. Spence gets taken out.
And now dream.
Up to Tavasi, and Rebuke finds him.
Oh, what?
Really aggressive retake.
Are you seeing all that pixelation from the finisher?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, I thought my monitor was bugging out. I was about to open my CPU or GPU up. Like, I was worried. Okay, I've never seen that. That seemed buggy. All right, so for the first time all series, KC has taken the opening pistol. They get themselves a lead on a map, which has never happened before. Still, of course, so much map to play. Opening pistol, impact pretty low. Looks like it's going to be pretty much classics. A couple of ghosts coming in for the offense here, is they're going to go straight through dish.
I just realized that Prophetic Panini's comp has so many flashes. I hope Cold Brew has their sunglasses up.
I don't know about this smoke. It doesn't matter. Rebuke's on the ground, spraying down
Rebuke
two.
is able to take two. And now it's all up to Spence, and Joker was able to find one with the boom bot, by the way.
Of course.
Good bot.
No.
Good bot.
No, that thing's a monster.
Rebuke's gonna buy up into a Phantom to
I don't dislike that, actually. I like having the Phantom.
Yeah.
I'd like it a little more if it was on the attack side, because you could trade it out a little more effectively and keep it in your hands.
Right.
But
But Rebuke better pair up with somebody to see if
the rest of the team has so much money. I think a lot of them didn't even take armor damage. Okay, he actually ends up selling it, so never mind on that conversation.
Lurking. Monty is just waiting for this push, and is able to take Spence.
Spence saw a pixel. Spence
Yeah.
definitely saw a pixel and just was
They're
not
gonna be
ready.
looking to get that rifle if they haven't already. Cash is protecting that.
Well, the high-low, but it's not good enough. No shots landing.
There we go. Able to find one.
Oh, they're completely flanking Cash. Oh, Cash.
Oh
Cash,
my God,
run.
how does Cash get
Run,
out?
Cash,
How
run.
does Cash get out alive?
Meanwhile, they're planting on A, by the way. Cash has somehow pulled the Great Escape and even wants to wrap back around to flank, and Cap is waiting.
Oh, Cap is
waiting.
Bomb is planted, and yet Cap is just sitting there. Monty is through CT. The rest of the team is going through drop as they take a late retake. Tavasi is stunned, but is forced to teleport out.
It's not planted for main.
Golden is able to find one. 30 HP. No smokes available, but Cold Brew is
sure.
What?
I think they can get half here.
It's gonna get half. Nope, does not get half. Not enough time, but Cold Brew was able to take 3 guns out. Cash is running into the bomb.
Cash?
Realized his problem.
Cash?
And backed off immediately, but...
Speaking of, the defense, with plenty of it, of course, bonus round, they've got even a decent bank here. The offense, little strapped for Cash on their end, but should be able to get a buy-in, will be the Prophetic Paninis. For the most part, Luigi on light armor, but everybody else. Tavasi maybe just relying on Headhunter, actually, but again, having 3 or 4 rifles on the attack side, much less punishing than on defense, because you can trade the rifles out, and you're much less likely to have all 5 players fighting at once, or fight, like, dying in positions where you can't recover their guns. So, just leave the chamber, leave Tavasi to bait his teammates, trade one or whatever, and grab their gun later. The timing here?
Ooh, Cash is able to find Thunderous, and now that's their breach. Potentially able to slow
they're
things
actually
down a
walking
little
back
bit.
towards B, and they're buying it.
Oh, nope, they're coming back to A. I think that sees Joker, and Joker is now forced to take a different angle up here. Spence is kind of ready for that cross. They know he's there, and the orbital strike is going to come through from Golden Luigi.
Joker doesn't hear
Ro is
mine.
able to find Joker as well as he retreats into A main. Cash is able to find Rebuke as he pushes out of that smoke instead of waiting for the retake. Now it's all up to Monty and Cap. Monty with the timing of his lifetime. Tavasi is able to trade out Monty, however, and now it's all up to Cap 1v4.
Should be a save here, but not expecting one, to be honest. Definitely not really a doable round 1v4. You're about to walk into a blender. Does manage to narrowly avoid getting concussed at least, so isn't just immediately dead, but is also definitely dead. Spins on this off angle. Yeah. Yep. 2-2. There goes that lead.
And now they're kind of poor, honestly. They can't buy up, although Joker has enough for a rifle, and technically speaking, so does Thunderous, but
I don't think they're going to buy much. We got a
they're
spike
not
coming
going
in.
to. Yeah.
And throughout
yeah,
this
a couple
whole
of
series,
singers.
and this is becoming prevalent early here on Fracture, and we'll see if it stays this way, it's been the team play. Consistent team play from the Prophetic Paninis. You saw that orbital strike that forced Joker into main, and they were ready to take him out. Among other things, the trading has been much better from their side than from Cold Brew, which they've really struggled with, even on a fundamental level. It's the team play that's been making the difference so far, and I think it's going to continue to, as that does catch nobody.
Doesn't catch Cap, but Cap isn't able to find anybody with that Bucky. And now there's going to be 2 flanking from Arcade, from Joker and Thunderous. Monty's able to find one with the Stinger. Again, the Stinger is a gun that exists.
This could be doable. They've got some damage on Cash as well with the flankers. They've got the Nightfall as well. That marks all 3.
3, yeah. They know they're all on site. Monty now upgrading up to a Vandal. Ro and Spence. It's all up to Spence now. In tower. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh.
Monty.
That run it back. Saved it. He knew that even if he was dead, if he could just get the one, the other one would have to get off the bomb. That was a great play by Spence. And Monty, unfortunately, with 30 HP, nothing he can do about that.
He actually had the crosshair placement, but was still just moving. So the shot went wide. Couldn't quite get the run and gun. Couldn't quite get the Valorant special there. So fall behind another round, but that was a save round. So effectively a lot of economic damage. It's going to be offset somewhat by Tavasi relying on the Tour de Force this round. No KO or anything to disrupt that. And they want to get aggressive here. Take one.
Oh, Spence just taking down 2. Tavasi taking a 3rd, and now it's a 2v4. It's been about 10 seconds, and
that's Fracture,
most
baby.
of Cold Brew is... Cap is in a great spot. Here's
find one.
Spence, but
they need more
Spence
than one.
Aware.
We'll get the one. They need more than one, though. This is a hard... This can be a really difficult and tricky site to retake. Especially against the smokes, especially against the Tour de Force.
Now it's up to Monty. I believe Golden has
Please
no smokes
save.
available.
Run away and save. No, run away and save.
He is not. He is not.
Save your gun. You're not pulling this off, I promise.
Listen, all you need is confidence or arrogance, whichever one.
Okay, maybe.
Ravasi just walks in.
Maybe. Knows where they both are.
Monty's able to locate both, yeah. Ro blinded the wrong area, but
Save the
was
gun.
able to find Monty. Yep, should have saved the gun.
Save the gun.
Agreed.
Save the gun. It's a 1v4, 1v3. Post plant. Save the gun.
I am if Cold Brew plays this smart, they have 4 ultimates ready, and one of them is a great retake ult. And so if they do this right, they should just be able to play retake on a site. Whichever site they go to, whichever site Prophetic Paninis goes to, but we'll see if that happens.
I've got your trail.
I see the Seeker's going to come out from Cash, and that's Monty's Haunt is going to catch 2, and Monty's going to util dump everything into that.
They've still gotten into his hands.
They've
barely slowed them down. But that showstopper, okay.
Oh, the showstopper's able to find 2.
Monty's still on low health. They've gotten into Sands, though, and they don't know that they've gotten into Sands, and there's the picks coming through.
Vasi's able to find one, but is it 2 HP? Rebu could potentially res this, but has no wall to cover for this, and Cap is in a pretty open spot. Trades out the Bulldog for a Spectre.
Straight upgrade. This is tricky. Oh, this is especially tricky with Cash pushing around the
Cash
flank.
is just pushing. And just ego peeks the heck out of Rebuke and wins that fight.
It's looking dire. I'm gonna be honest. It's looking a little dire. I know it's only 5-2, and there's plenty of map left, offensive sided map. It just looks like the Prophetic Paninis have a plan, and Cold Brew doesn't. I don't know if this is a permaban situation. I don't know if it's just being down 2-0 in the series. I don't know, but it really feels like they are just occasionally trying things, but I mean, they've got this push coming in A main, so this is a good idea and I like it, but it's got to find some impact.
Oh, Monty's able to find one, but
Instant reload.
Golden is able to... but Golden is able to find two on Joker and Monty. Thunderous is able to take one down. Tavasi is 1 HP. Spence is able to wall into sight, allowing his team to cross without using any smokes. They're not...
He's attempting to give Spence the spike, but you can't do that
And-
without jumping because they're on the spike plant point, and now they've actually just put themselves in a terrible position because the spike's still not down.
Great orbital strike to stop any pushes, but Spence empties a full clip.
What is Cap doing?
Ults up and sticks
Oh,
it.
Cap has a shotgun, and that's an ace for Golden Luigi? Sure.
Golden aces? I have a lot of questions about that round, Jill.
I don't have very many answers for you. Like you said, it was a good orbital strike, but if you want to throw the spike to a teammate while you're standing on the spike plant site, you have to jump, equip the spike, and throw it. That is the only way you are allowed to do it by the game. Otherwise, you will attempt to plant the spike, so you can't pull it out to throw it to someone. That was the issue there. That's why Golden Luigi couldn't give the spike to Spence, who was one off his ult, and they wanted to give Spence his ult. Then the orbital strike used in response to the Rolling Thunder was very good. It helped delay them. And then Cap, I think, had a shotgun, and that just was really unfortunate. Probably should have just whipped out the classic and tried to swing with the teammate, because really left Rebuke on an island.
I'm gonna note here that Cold Brew has this bad problem of not buying with the team, and Thunderous is no exception. Sheriff and no armor.
All right, Rolling Thunder finds one. They spot out Cap. I think Rebuke is Rolling Thunder, but does
Cash
manage
is
to
able
find
to just
one.
walk up.
They're still holding control of tower as well.
Oh, Spence is lurked up and finds that push. Good read by
But the
Spence.
spike's been
Cap's
planted.
able to
If they
find Cash.
retake this fast, surely they know
Yeah, if
there's
they're
only
able
one
to
person.
find-
Surely they can
if they're able
do the
to
math. Do the
find
monster math. There's
Golden-
only one person. It's just Golden. He's not even on site. Just defuse.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Joker is able to find that. Now it's up to Spence. He's got to go through, and now they know where he is. And Cap is just going to pre-fire that and take down Spence.
There we go. Good round from Cold Brew. Mistake there, I think, to plant the spike with Spence so far away. Really just gave them a 1v3, kind of. 1v2 at least on site. And Golden didn't plant for himself or anything, so... Bit eager to plant. Spence was eager to get that lurk pick and did, but... A little mistimed. They lost more players probably on the push than they were expecting there. The one kill
Spence does.
from Rebuke with the wall concussed was huge.
Agreed. Spence does have his run it back, though, which will make taking sight interesting, and Golden is one off his ultimate, so that'll make post plant easier as well. We do hear that run it back come through. Joker is going to use his paint shells to kind of stop that push, as well as the aftershock. I think that's what it's called, the breach ability.
Yes, that's the aftershock.
To slow that down. Does stop that push, but it's actually going to be a B take. Tavasi tries to take the fight with Monty, but loses. But Monty is 19 HP for his troubles. Just barely sees.
These are so
Rose
aggressive. I don't agree. I don't know about these peaks. Teammate's not healing either.
There is the heal. Oh, Spence is taking this. is able to find the head of Rebuke. And now it's a 4v3, 3v3 now. Thunderous is walking through with
flanking
Cash.
the flanker. Yep.
Wow.
Actually,
I wonder if
has to read that they're coming back A. Because of the way Cash was positioned, it's gonna find one just completely knife out. All right, this could be a fourth round.
I wonder if that was a miscomm there from Cash.
I think Cash thought, I don't know exactly what happened. Oh, I would have to guess that Thunderous was in drop, and then came down or somewhere in that area, while Cash thought he'd walked out and cleared all of sight, and then they just completely passed each other in the night. And Thunderous was still on site.
Either way, Rebuke has been holding on to his resurrection for a while now. Let's see if they're going to use it this time. This is a full buy round, I think, across the board for the first time in a while.
Feels like it, but I do think there was mostly a full buy last round. Mostly.
Mostly, being the operative word.
They've been sending the same two, Spence and Cash, to Northside every time. They're not playing together, or at least the past couple rounds. Spence trying to get a fit. Just a couple shots. Cash now pushed up. There's two players here. See if they take this duel. They immediately turn away. Cashy rat!
Oh, the timing. Cash has been able to get incredible timings. It's interesting because as an initiator, you usually don't
want to be. You don't want your initiators doing this, no.
Right,
oh wait, I think he's actually, if he doesn't hard clear to the right, okay, he did.
Is able to catch Monty off guard and find that pick, opens it wide open, but still gets information. It gets information that there is still one on site in tower / arcade, which should open up the site for his team to come in.
Cap's in a really scary position here. Best play is certainly to live, but he might not be given that luxury.
They're going to spam him out of that spot. But he's still going to be a thorn in their side until Cash takes him down. Spence is able to take out Thunderous and Joker, but the Joker is able to take it after a posthumous trait.
And that's about the only thing that went for Cold Brew's way in that round, and it was after the round ended. So go figure. Spence is popping off on this map. 12-7 on the duelist on Phoenix here. However,
again, more
they can get this fifth round.
Blood.
If they can get this fifth round, they can take the pistol in the second half. I think Cold Brew's looking pretty good if they can make their attack side look solid. If their attack side is better prepared than their defense. They can take this round. Monty, who has apparently decided to neglect armor despite having plenty of money for it, short.
That is a choice.
This looks like a north side pinch. Could be developing here, and this could be very effective. They're going to get Joker, the showstopper, and Cash went out that duel. There's still two low players. Look at this. They're going to fully flank. Oh, but the timing is Joker goes down.
I believe he has his run it back now, and Monty is able to take one on Tavasi. That trip is going to be out now, allowing Cap to flank.
They are watching it. They're even...
Oh, they're dogging it. And Cap's forced to take the ropes.
Rebuke's also on a flank here that they don't know about. He's going to get a free one.
But they're going to be watching this now, and Cap's going to have to go through a main as well.
Look at these positions. These are strange for this post plant, especially where the spike was planted. Golden Luigi finding one is huge.
Monty tries to take one, but Cash is able to find it. Orbital strike being used on A main. They've located where he is, and now they just have to play for the swing. Cap's not sure if this whole area has been cleared out. And Golden, still on drop, is able to find, or actually right below drop, is able to find Cap. 4-8 going to the second half in favor of Prophetic Paninis.
Well, it's not a 9-3 after all. I mean, we already knew that when they won the fourth round, but VDC scriptwriters found page 2 of the script. Thank God. I've been trying to send it to them for weeks.
Was it... So we have you to thank, right? I thought you were writing this week's episode.
I write them. That doesn't mean... I write them. That doesn't mean they get pushed to live. It's complicated. We have producers. It's a whole thing.
All right.
The 9-3 thing wasn't supposed to happen 5 times, believe me.
This reality TV show just got real.
Something.
Anyway.
The VDC is not scripted.
No.
Probably.
It's not.
Spence,
Most
I think,
likely.
took a headshot there through the wall.
Going to flash out to kind of delay the push, but is dinked. He's gonna throw his molly as well to stop anybody who's trying to come up from tower. Cash is able to find a headshot onto Rebuke. Spence is able to catch Thunderous, but unfortunately isn't able to find his head. Now it's a 2v3. Tavasi is able to find one with the headhunter and just gets double swung. Joker's able to trade that out. Rowe armed with just a classic. Able
Just
to
a
find
classic?
one. Monty is one as
Just?
well.
Just a classic?
Just a classic.
We'll see.
Knows he's not there.
Gotta suss out this position.
Has a sense maybe he's rapping, but oh, what? Just a little bit too late on that.
Complete.
Oh, he's moving
No
out.
idea. Oh, but she
Oh.
turned, but it just wasn't there. Monty with the clutch up. That's big for Cold Brew. They needed that, obviously. Well, not as obviously as the 9-3s, but they've been down every second half. They earn a pistol here. Comeback
Yeah,
possible,
I mean-
question mark?
Cold Brew hasn't been able to get a lead at all, if I remember correctly. This entire series, now that I think about it.
They did briefly lead on Fracture, and I did point out that that was the only they
Oh, you're
led. It was
right.
2-0,
You're right,
and that
you're
was
right,
their
you're right.
only lead they'd ever had. I did go out of my way to
I
mention
forget.
it. You don't have to bring it up again. The Cold Brew fans are already in shambles.
Hey, anything can happen. Rowe takes a lot of damage here. Tavasi is taken out.
Where did
Spence is able to
oh
find
they're
Rebuke,
hard.
though.
Yeah, that's hard.
they
on
are
the
hard
flank.
pushing.
And they want to
Oh,
defend the gun,
they
but I
are-
don't think they can.
Kind of deathballing here. Monty gonna find Rowe, who's one. I don't know if they're gonna clear the timing here. Rowe's able to find one
Okay.
and takes
Sure.
down
Sweet dreams.
Rowe,
Sure.
but at what cost? They've taken down 3.
Again, it's not a huge deal because you go into the bonus here, and they're probably not going to buy up too much more than like sheriffs. So it makes your odds here pretty bad, but you just need rounds, and you can buffer your economy a little bit, get it built up for round 4 of the half, all that good stuff. They're even going to distribute the pistols that were a pistol that was saved over a little bit. Odds heavily, of course, in favor of the Prophetic Paninis here. But if, you know, we could see an upset round. And that would be big if we do.
Bossy is stunned off the angle here. I don't know if he's gonna get pushed off of that angle as well, but Rowe pushes through and is able to take down Monty. That's the Bulldog. Thunderous picks that up, but is caught out by Tavasi as he TPs, as he rendezvous out, excuse me. Joker is now also 1 HP, essentially. 11 to be exact, but
Well, make that 71. Looking a little...
Never mind.
Looking cooler here, but...
that do be how math works.
I thought
60
Spence had an
plus
angle on this rope, but did not.
Cash is able to find Cap pushing up, and now that's no smokes for the attack. Spence is able to find one, and Rebuke is surprisingly managed to get out of that position. Does have the bomb. And Joker's just pushed up into tower.
Oh, they know there's one in tower.
They know now.
They know.
They know.
They're just playing default. It's 2v5.
Yeah.
Rebuke is hoping the A side is open and is about to be, well,
30
rebuked
seconds
when trying to get onto the site. As Joker goes down, there are 2 players standing here. They're like, oh, look at this Sage. Free meal.
She's running. That does give a little bit of information to whoever is IGLing on Coldra. I believe that's Thunderous, that they're not over-rotating. Which is important information to take in these
We've
early
seen
rounds.
that discipline from this Prophetic Paninis team. In a 2v5 there, you really do not need to be sending all 5 people to B. So, smart play to leave a couple players, not just one on A in a 2v5. You know, you still have that worst even numbers, and then they find the other pick. It was smooth sailing. There was briefly an attack operator being considered by multiple members. This Cold Brew team who find the first pick.
Rebuke is able to take down one, but is left with 30 HP for their troubles. Now 90 HP. Cap
Quick
is
maths.
able to help get into tower. And now it's a 2v3 situation.
They're
The
gonna even use the
Nightfall
Nightfall.
gonna come through on Monty. Monty is 1 HP, gets taken out by Tavasi, and now it is all up to Cap and Rebuke against Ro versus Tavasi. Oh, Rebuke's gonna wrap here. Oh, the smoke kind of by his teammate kind of screws him over here, but Rebuke is able to get that. Now it's all up to Tavasi. Has
Spike's not
no idea
planted.
where Rebuke goes. Rebuke's gonna wrap here. And he's able to clutch it up. Having gotten it half, it's going to be an easy defuse for Tavasi. Great clutch, and it's going to bring it to 6 and 10.
3 more rounds is all Spence and his team need to make their prophecy come true, to make the Paninis truly prophetic, to take home the second championship for the Omnipotent Sandwiches this season out of 2 tries. Only 2 leagues have champions. We'll have champions out here tonight. And they might both belong to the same franchise. It's not looking great. Cold Brew have a buy-in a little bit. They're kind of scrapping it together, but they definitely feel like they need some momentum here, and I couldn't agree more. It just feels like every time they snatch any hint of momentum, it gets taken from them just as quickly. They won both pistols on this map. They converted the second rounds in each half, and they've only taken 2 other rounds beside.
Tavasi's is going to get information that there's at least somebody drop having that trademark get taken out. And Rebuke is able to clear that corner that Spence was hiding in and take that out. That's going to be a Vandal for him, but Rebuke is immediately traded out by Tavasi and forced to teleport out. Quick trades coming through between Joker, Thunderous, and Ro. 3v3 on both sides. And Tavasi finds Joker. Now it's 2v3. Plenty of time for Cold Brew to rotate over to B, but Cash, again, we've seen that discipline coming from Prophetic Paninis. They don't over-rotate, and Cash is not budged from B side at all. So they know they're going to have the information on whatever site they're going to go.
30 seconds left.
Now it is
They're
getting
going
to
the
that
right
crunch
direction.
time.
They are going the right direction, but the time. One pick here from Tavasi would be enormous, or just surviving on the site would be absolutely huge. They've got to go loud here. Second player can start rotating in. Tavasi, though, did make noise, so they noted his position. And it's getting pushed off. Oh, that spam did so much damage!
Monty is able to find one. Now it's all up to him. Tavasi with 11 HP, but Cash is able to heal him all the way up. Or up to 60. They know where Monty is, and Cash is able to find him.
2
Now 6 and
more
11.
rounds, Potato Aim. 2 more rounds. We could be seeing this series end in just 2 more rounds. And a nice retake on the setup. Tavasi was able to get out of the site when the 2 players came in, played safe, as you should. We're going to see the attack-sided timeout, and this feels... We're on last legs here.
Yeah, I mean, we have a much-needed timeout being called from Thunderous. Probably a little bit too late, actually, given how much bleeding they've been taking from the second half as well. I think they've only gotten, what, 2 rounds this half? And
I have an emergency update from Nolan himself. Because of how close the vote for Advanced MVP was. 1 invalid vote that was not properly removed
serious?
By stabbed to death in particular. I'm going to name and shame in this instance. 1 vote by a contender player, if I remember correctly, is what stabbed is in. Or a repeat vote, I'm not sure. 1 invalid vote proved to be the difference. The actual advanced MVP is not Carson Pumas.
Are you serious?
I am not joking. The actual advanced MVP is Spence.
No shot.
This is not a joke.
Who's writing the script for season 2?
Yeah, no, we're hitting you guys with a mix-up. The 3-0 series, Spence just wins everything. MVP, Championships, everything. It's all his, it's all Spence's. This is his league now. Just in case you're wondering, all of the admins are leaving. In fact, everybody is leaving because we're just going to rename this to the Spence Draft Circuit, and it's just Spence.
It's not even, it's just omnipotent sandwiches.
Speaking
of Spence, has run it back, finds 3 towards B. The season 1 advanced MVP. Monty gets caught out with his knife out as Rowe finds him and is able to take him down. Golden is able to find just a little tiny sliver.
That Rolling Thunder hit all the players trying to aggress.
Damage.
The remain Joker.
Oh,
No
Rowe
way you
did
get
not
caught, Rowe!
expect him.
Girl, keep the
That
gun.
leaves B site wide open.
Well,
See the orbital strike go down. Plant still able to go down, albeit in a slightly less advantageous spot, and that proves to be fatal for Cap.
Rebuke can't get out of this
the
corner.
Resurrection is available for Rebuke.
Oh, how do you
Does
let...
not have the wall though. Could
How do
bait
you
it.
let...
Golden
that
takes a
Sage
little
get
bit
out
of
the
chip damage to Spence is able to find Rebuke. Thunderous uses the
Rolling
name
his
is
own
escaping
name.
me. Thank you. Rolling his own name, Thunder. Spence is able to get it to half.
It's all on a
is
Joker
able to
here?
get a 3K. Tavasi's able to find 1.
That's it.
And
Just
that's
has
it.
to defuse. If he can find the spike. We're one round away. We're one round away. We're one round away.
Match point.
Look at how consistently well this team is performing, by the way. 16 frags is the top with Spence and Cash. Rowe at 12, and Rowe has had a great series otherwise anyway. All of these players have just been solid. It's kind of, I feel like the scoreboards just look like this every game. I mean, maybe I'm not remembering map 2 very well, but map 1 was very much like this, where it was a very even distribution of kills. This team play has been insane. Players have been popping off at individual moments when they need to, and otherwise it just feels like a team diff. It just feels like a team diff.
It's gonna be a very aggressive push by Prophetic Paninis into Arcade. Rebuke is able to isolate 2s. Still has the Resurrection available as well. 2v3,
Yeah, this has to be used here.
Yep, and he is going to use it on
Oh, no.
Thunderous.
And Thunderous
but
is
there
dead.
is a flank, and Spence is dead. Spence is able to take out Thunderous, and it's all up to Rebuke. Only 40 HP with no heal, and Cap is able to get onto site actually, and with this plant is able to.
1v3. Gotta make it
Never
count.
mind.
Hero play.
And that is it. Your Season 2 advanced champions are going to be Prophetic Paninis.
Spence wins everything.
As you can see, Spence is indeed prophetic.
And wins everything.
Predicted the 3-0.
There it is. Well, 3 strong wins. They, I think it was what? 12-8, 12-6, 12-6? 13-8, 13-6, 13-6. Just completely solid play. I think the biggest difference was really the defensive sides from Prophetic Paninis just were more thought out. There was more play to it, better retakes. And there were moments where Cold Brew had their chance to get back into each individual maps and sometimes the series, and they just never could really capitalize. The team play from the Prophetic Paninis was absolutely huge in this series.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great series on all accounts. Breeze had some incredible plays by Cold Brew, but unfortunately just was not enough for the remainder of the series. Prophetic Paninis just proved to be way too domineering, and it was just a great series overall.
We are going to do one last poll for Finals MVP, which you should already be seeing by the time this happens because the stream is on a full minute delay, or 2-minute delay, and the round in question is not even over. So on the stream as I'm typing this up. So hopefully you'll see that soon. But we're going to do one last vote for Finals MVP. We'll decide who that is. Congratulations to the Prophetic Paninis, and especially Spence for winning also MVP narrowly. Again, the margin was so narrow that removing one invalid vote mattered. Crazy. But yeah, finals, grand finals in 3-0 fashion, 3 convincing maps. Even despite, a little bit of throwing at times or a little bit of give back on earlier maps, it never really felt in doubt on any of the individual ones.
Yeah, I just an incredible season overall for Advanced. We saw some really dominating teams that then fell to the underdog, and to Cold Brew, and you know, they certainly rose to the challenge, but Spence WGM, that pains me to say, unfortunately.
Spence
Put together a great team.
WGM. Oh goodness.
I listen. He built contenders who are now the contenders champions. He built the advanced. Like, the evidence is irrefutable.
Is it? I'm kidding. His teams were top 3 in every single tier, including Premier, which has just wrapped up. They'll be playing their first semifinal match in Premier. Actually, might be happening right now. I don't know how that's going for them, but they could be making the championship in that. They've already made championships in all 3 of the other leagues. They will be playing for the Master Championship on Friday. And Spence seems determined to make us pronounce his team names on cast. And you know what? I have to respect the hustle. He has more than succeeded at that with the team across the board. Currently, our poll for Finals MVP, okay, it just switched to 40% to Vasi, but there were 9 votes, and there was 3 on each of the 3 players I put up there. In Spence, Tavasi, and Cash. So we'll see if anybody pulls away. If not, we'll maybe do some debating amongst yourself. Potato, in your opinion, who do you think is the match MVP here for the Prophetic Paninis?
Honestly, I could see an argument being made for both Tavasi and Cash. Tavasi clutched the last round on both Breeze and Ascent to win them the map, but Cash with those timings was pretty. Just opened up rounds completely wide open for his team to take the site or to take space. So I could see an argument being made for both. Spence is stinky, so I mean he can stay where he is.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the numbers, just purely on the numbers, because again, this team is so solid across the board. Looking at the numbers just from a frag perspective, other than that third map, Tavasi sticks out a little bit compared to everybody else. I don't know who IGLs for this team, because they said everyone IGLs when I tried to get them to tell me who IGLs for this team. So I have no idea who the IGL is, otherwise I'd be saying, oh, this was such a well IGL'd series, I feel like it should go towards the IGL, but I just don't know who it is. They just didn't tell me. So I've got to fall on Tavasi here. 3 strong performances on Chamber. Total of plus math 15, which is pretty solid on the best of 3. Or 3 map best of 5. And it was, I mean, again, it was just really consistent frags across the board. Map 1, he had the most with 19, and the fewest on the team was 13, so that's barely a difference. Map 2, he had the second most with 20, the fewest on their team was 15, the most was 22, so a 7 difference. And then the last map, of course, was basically even. 17 was the most, 15 was the fewest. So the team just across the board was solid.
Yeah, I mean, very evenly matched team. I highly doubt they will all stay together and definitely not get moved up to Masters, but
Also,
I think
Nancy,
it was a pretty
if you would be
solid
so
game
kind
here.
as to resolve the prediction so everyone can distribute my 10 channel points that I vote on Casey, please. Because I can't do it because I voted 10 channel points on Casey. Oh no, my channel points. Congratulations to the 8 people who are splitting my channel points 13,500 ways. Someone voted 6K and they probably got, well, they got half my channel points almost. They got 5 of them. Congratulations again to the Prophetic Paninis, to the Omnipotent Sandwiches, who are now up to 2 championships this season. Will they sweep? I really don't know. It seems possible. If not, likely at least possible. Congratulations to Spence on winning MVP. And I think I'm going to go ahead and say congratulations to Tavasi for taking Finals MVP, winner of the poll. And I think he's my personal choice. So Tavasi will be named the sort of unofficial Finals MVP here. Great series overall, even if it was a short one. Just well played. Honestly, this Prophetic Paninis team was very, very, very strong team play. It was very nice. It was very fun to see.
My only regret is not being able to get voice comms from that team, because I have heard a stream from them and they're quite colorful.
Spence has confirmed that they all call, so I guess the team is MVP. We're gonna give it to Tavasi. He'll find out that news in 2 minutes, relative to when I am speaking, because you guys get to live in the past. So, with that all said, again, congratulations to the Omnipotent Sandwiches, to Prophetic Paninis for taking the championship here in 3-0 fashion. We will come back to you hopefully at 8:30 on Friday to bring you the Master Finals, Grand Finals. And guess who it features? It features the number 5 ranked in the Blazes in Flames. God, their names are actually really hard to figure out. Who are looking to repeat despite the new roster, despite a much lower seed than they have last season. They will take on who else but the Omnipotent Sandwiches and the Tutlery Tacos, who secured the 3 seed, so they will have pick advantage in that best of 5 series. That comes to you on Friday right here on this Twitch channel. Don't be there or be a circle. I've been Childerose. Joining me has been Potato Aim. Nadesy has been our lovely observer. Thank you very much, Nadesy, for your help. And I believe that's all I have. So good night, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in. See you at the next one.